All right, we had to turn the camera. I already messed it up once, but let's go ahead and get started. Oh man, it's hot as hell out here. I gotta remember, I got that book, Memoirs of John Mackey. All right, y'all. All right, we're still good. Awesome. Test. All praises be unto the Most High God Yahweh. In the name of His Son Yahweh Shai. We still setting up, but we about to get started. All right, we're gonna start this off by saying, call. I knew it. Hold up. Test. How you doing, man? But we're going to go ahead and bring this in by saying, call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's all praises be unto Yahweh in the name of His Son Yahweh Shai. My name is Haya El, and this is Brother Aman. We are with San Antonio Masada, or the Fortress, and we are here to beckon our people to repentance. And who are our people? The real Israelites, otherwise known as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and the scattered Israelite diaspora that is scattered about the earth, as well as scattered in America, because some Israelites are not known as black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, right? An example of that could be a Manique person from Thailand, right? One of the so-called indigenous Negritos of Thailand that go back to our people. But anyway, today's lesson is going to be called Esau's Time is Up. Right? Just because Esau's in the title doesn't mean that that's going to be the focal point of the message, because we talk about Esau enough. But with his time being up, what does that mean for God's chosen people? Because one of the things that you're starting to see is you're starting to see all the hallmarks of a failing empire. You see them diluting their currency. Rome did that. They diluted gold and silver with things like nickel, right? Metals like tin, aluminum. They would dilute their coinage, and they would shave off parts of the coin while it was basically not stepped on, and then they would melt in lesser valued metals. Right? You're seeing America begin to blame its immigrant population, right? And its indigenous population, just like Rome did. Hell, you're even seeing them stage emergencies and psyops, just like the Romans did. Nero blamed the Jews for why Rome burned. America's blaming the Jews for why America's burning, whether it be economically or literally. Hell, just today I saw a news article with my wife. A Jewish man set one of an apartment building on fire that was mainly occupied by our people after shouting all types of racial epithets, and then had the nerve to show back up and say, "These are my black friends." You know what I'm saying? You can't make this shit up. You can only laugh, man. But we're just here to let blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians know you are the Israelites of the Bible, and that America's time is at her end. How you doing, brother? You believe in the Bible at all?
You know, take this shit to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Maybe they listen over there.
Well, brother, we want you to listen right here.
Do you know where 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue is?
Where's that?
The White House.
There's already brothers out there.
Do it, baby, do it.
But brother, we got to be everywhere. You won't listen to us here, so why I got to go all the way over there?
That's what the problem is.
The problem ain't right here. That river looks like toilet water, brother. Somebody's got to address it. Yeah, the Mexican children who are being shoved in cages at the border. But we need to go to Washington, D.C., huh? See, again, and this is why we try to tell people who tell us what to do. What are you doing? You're telling us where we should go. You're going to fuck me up for telling you to be a better man. See, again, it's only the Mexican man who can allow the white man to shove his kids in cages, but he'll talk shit to his brothers. At a distance, while being over 150 pounds overweight. Drop the damn pork. Put down the carnitas. Keep the commandments. See, again, I said it a couple of weeks back. Most of you Mexican men are cowards. Because if you weren't a damn coward, the white man would be brutalizing your women and raping your children. See, ain't it something? The bell is tolling right now. The bell is tolling for the so-called Mexican man. The white man is coming with all of his guns and his armaments for you and your children. My question is, Mr. Mexican man talking shit, what are you going to do? Because getting on black people ain't going to save your kids and your women. It's not going to get you your land back. Give me Deuteronomy 28:54. Before we start, we need to acknowledge a certain curse that is upon the Israelites. See, not only did that inept and useless adult tell us what to do, he tried to tell us what to do while doing absolutely nothing but sucking up all the air and eating up all the food. Walking his fat ass around like he's going to lose weight that way. See, again, that's why Jeremiah 48:10 says, cursed be he who doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully, and cursed be he who keepeth back his sword from blood. Most of you Mexicans, blacks, and Hispanics in general are cursed because you're cowards and you keep your sword back from blood. See, I said it the other week. You need a spine and a pair of nuts to serve the Lord. And most of you ain't got one or the other. You're brave with your own people, got a big old set of balls, but no spine when the white man walks around. Most of you ain't even got a brain in your head to realize that blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, we got the same damn enemy. Mass incarceration. Who is it affecting? Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. When the white man wants to test his new jabs or his medications, he goes to the black, Hispanic, and Native American community. When he wants to fire a bunch of people and trim the fat, he fires our people. We have the same enemy. So why are we at each other's throats? It ain't it something. We didn't even start more than 5 minutes. Got a threat from the most useless person out here. Somebody telling us to go to Washington, D.C. Meanwhile, his people are being persecuted right here. He ain't doing shit about it. But let's see why that is.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
So we have an evil eye toward one another. See, instead of looking at our rightful oppressor, we're looking at each other, blaming each other for each other's ills. Black people blame Mexican people all the time for taking jobs they don't want. Meanwhile, our Mexican brothers blame us for not standing up against the white man and taking all the brunt of his ire and his wrath. We blame each other. Last time I checked, all you black, Hispanic, and Native American men are cowards. Last time I checked, all you black, Hispanic, and Native American women treat your children like an afterthought. All of you do it. All of us do it. And that is why the white man stands right in the midst of all of us, smiling and living life. Because as long as we hate each other, we'll never look at him and lay the blame where it solely belongs. But we ain't going to let that elder detract from the lesson. Because Esau's time is almost up. And with the white man almost out of power, what should we be doing? Let's get into this lesson. Brother, can you start at Matthew 10 and 1 through 10? Because one of the things that we're going to have to increasingly become concerned about is the work that needs to be done in this ministry for our people at the commandment of our God. Go ahead and get it, brother.
It's Matthew chapter 10, verse 1.
Yep.
And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. Now the names of the 12 apostles are these: the first, Simon, who was called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, Philip, and Bartholomew, Thomas, and Matthew the publican, James the son of Alphaeus, and Lebbaeus, whose surname was Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Issachar, who also betrayed him. These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give.
So we have been ordained, ordered, and commanded to go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. We are not doing anything different than what Christ ordered his apostles and his disciples to do. And that is to go to the Israelites who are lost in their captivity and inform them of what they're supposed to be doing. And we're supposed to be telling them the kingdom of heaven is at hand. See, again, to that useless elder who told us to go to Washington, D.C., he don't understand. We're supposed to be going to wherever the Israelites are at.
Right.
So if there are Israelites here, like him, we need to be here to speak directly to him and people like him. Not to mention, we ought to obey God rather than man. So if my God tells me to go to a certain group of people, that's where I'm going.
Crazy. He's acting like there's no problem right here in San Antonio or Texas altogether.
Well, see, and that's why he took such offense when we brought up how his kids are being shoved in cages at the border. See, again, when you acknowledge the problem that people are trying to ignore as they walk up and down this land that has been conquered by their enemies, they typically get mad because how dare you point out the shit I should have did but didn't do. Brother said it right. The truth hurts. And if you think it hurts him any more than it hurts us to acknowledge that kids, our children, are being shoved in cages, see, he doesn't understand. Mexican children are our children too. Black children are his children too. The indigenous El Salvadorians, their children are our children too. Brazilians, Argentinians, the Guyanese, all these different indigenous groups. Or if they go back to the groups who came here via the transatlantic slave trade. Got time for the Bible, brother? All right, man. You too, man. Just know if you're Hispanic, you're an Israelite. Keep God's commandments. See, and again, man, most of our people, they're going to be in a very poor estate when all these jobs fail around here. See, it's happening in stages. See, for you blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians who ain't paying attention, it's happening in stages. This whole empire is starting to collapse. That's why we've been sent onto you to give you warning from the Most High God via the Bible. But keep going, brother.
It's verse 9. Provide neither gold nor silver nor brass in your purses, nor scrip for your journey, neither 2 coats, neither shoes, nor yet staves, for the workman is worthy of his meat.
So, to you brothers saying I don't have time because I need to get more money, I need to get my work done, I got some obligation of the world to handle. When the final judgment occurs, that will not be a sufficient excuse. When the Son of the Most High God, Yahweh Shai, has you in judgment asking, why didn't you do the work? You can't say, hey, my manager, he wouldn't let me off on Saturdays. Or, man, I didn't have enough money for parking. Man, I couldn't figure it out. I cannot tell you how many times life has seemingly put me in a position where I cannot come here and do this work. And I insist on coming, and the Most High God allows all that shit to pass away in an instant. Because it was all a test. Are you willing to do the work? Or are you going to use the oppositions of this world as an excuse? If you step toward the Most High God, he'll do the heavy lifting. All he needs you to do is be willing, able, and courageous. He'll handle everything else. But brother, can you get me Matthew 10, 16 through 23? We're going to stay in the same chapter. Just a little while.
It's Matthew chapter 10, verse 16.
Yeah.
Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
Now we got to speak on that. Because we had an excellent example before we even got started, that we are in the midst of wolves. See, again, blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, it's not just the white man who's your chief enemy out here, who's willing to kill you in cold blood. Many times it's your own people who are willing to kill you in cold blood and not think twice until that judge is hammering down that gavel saying life. All of a sudden, I shouldn't have done it. But before that, they were completely willing and gung-ho to kill their own people. So we have been sent forth in the midst of wolves, those who would do us harm and devour us. See, that's why we have to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Knowing why you're being sent is part of that being wise. Knowing who you're being sent to, that's also part of being wise. That's why that brother is walking around with no wisdom, because he don't know what we're doing out here. As far as he knows, we're the Nation of Islam. See, and that's why wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. And that's why most of you are swaying to and fro, like one of them little ocean buoys in the ocean. Is that Cannon? Asael? Who that? I guess we'll see. Oh, Adalia? That is Adalia. Hey, what's up, King? Shalom, shalom. Brother Adalia on the set. All praises, man. Yeah, we gotta warmly receive this brother. How you doing, man?
Good, man. How y'all brothers doing, man?
Doing good, doing good.
Wow.
Shalom, man. It's a good thing for brothers to dwell together in unity, man. And it's an even better thing to see a brother you ain't seen in a hot minute.
Right.
It's good to see you, brother. Right. But to our black, Hispanic, Native Indian peoples, just know you're the Israelites of the Bible. And in these days, you need to understand what it is for you to be doing. How you doing, brother? You believe in the Bible at all? No? So what you believe in, brother? You're an Israelite? Well, if you're a 12 tribes member, that means you believe in the Bible. So, I have a question. How can you call yourself an Israelite when the only record of the Israelites is in the Bible? Okay, that's cool. I can't help but notice you got a picture of Goku in the Ultra Instinct state on your shirt. Where do you think they get that imagery from? From the Bible. Revelations 1 and 14, where it describes the Son of God with hair like lamb's wool. So they got the color right. They even got the volume right. They just got the rest of it wrong. They tried to make a white man or an Asian man the savior. That's right. But we're given a lesson, brother, saying that the so-called white man, Esau, his time is up. Right? We would be honored if you would just stick around and listen. It seems like that's the intent anyway, right? All praises, man. But where we at right now? Yeah. Reread 16 and let's go down to 23.
It's Matthew chapter 10, verse 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak.
Now we're going to break down these next few parts one by one, because it's very important that those of you who keep the commandments and serve the Lord, you understand what's coming toward you. We are coming into the days where if you keep the commandments and if you call yourself an Israelite, you are going to be jammed up by every authority out here. Next year, ICE alone is going to have a budget of $100 billion. See, America, despite being hundreds of trillions of dollars in debt, the white man can always search the couch cushions for a couple of nickels to oppress some niggas. That's never beyond his reach. And see, y'all need to understand, we're in the twilight of his kingdom. So he is willing to expend everything to destroy who he perceives as his mortal and blood-born enemy. We are literally an enemy of the white man by blood to him. That's why a lot of y'all keep asking, what did we do to incur such ire and wrath and anger and hatred from these people? The thing is, not what did you do? What did God do to create them to be against you so fervently? It's Yahweh. There are no E's in Paleo Hebrew. We got it, brother. Don't worry about it. Hey, give me Isaiah 10 real quick. This ain't even part of my lesson, but it's very important that you understand why we have oppressors. Before you got out here, brother, we ran into a Issacharite brother who took issue with us trying to have him stop and read the Bible. After telling us we should go to Washington, D.C., when we brought up there are problems right here, like Mexican children being shoved in cages at the border, he told us that he was going to come and beat our ass and fuck us up.
Way down there, though.
But way down there across the bridge. But again, I always say this, we don't have that same smoke for the white man when he says you're fired. Oh, very corrupt. Yeah. But no, you know what? The thing is, if you're part of a wicked organization, we don't have time to be sitting here going, you're good and you're bad. You're supposed to be abstaining from all appearances of evil. Meaning, you're not supposed to be joined unto those who are indulging in wickedness. Right? So we're trying to tell our people what's coming. But let's hear more of this message. Yeah. It's starting 5.
So Isaiah chapter 10, verse 5. O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, and the staff of their hand is my indignation. I will send him against an hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoil, and to take the prey, and to tread them down like the mere of the streets. Howbeit, he meaneth not so, neither doth his heart think so, but it is in his heart to destroy and cut off nations, not a few.
See, this is why when you talk to the oppressor, he always says, what are you talking about? I'm not racist. I love y'all now. I'm different. In his heart, he meaneth not so. And in his mind, he doesn't even think he's doing it. But he can't help himself, because that is what God designed him to do. And I always say this to my camera, the white man was never alone. Look up the sub-Saharan slave trade, where the East Indian man was pimping out African people as slaves. They call them the Dalits in the cities in India today, otherwise known as the untouchables. See, again, that's why it's very important you know your history, because the white man has plenty of his friends walking around here. My question is to you Israelites, do you? Who are your friends?
You just brought up a good point, because that's why there's a huge surge of them coming here now.
That's right. And you would assume India, anybody from India would go on right back, considering they're at war with Pakistan.
Right.
Y'all share a border with your damn brothers and you're fighting each other because the Indians want to be loyal to the damn white man and the Pakistani want independence. So you got the house niggas versus the field niggas.
They just as much as cowards as the Ukrainians, how they came over here.
Oh, of course. Here's the thing. To you Israelites, ain't nobody in this world built like you. No one is as courageous as you. That's why they obsess over stories like 300 with Leonidas. Not understanding that even the Spartans had the Israelites intermingled in their mix. And also the Spartans that you see in the movie, those were not the accurate Spartans, because that was before Alexander the Greek took over Sparta. Hence, the real Grecians were still there. The real Spartans were still there. Those were the sons of Japheth. right? But brother, can you go ahead and go back to Matthew 10 and start at 17? Yes, sir.
Matthew 10 and 17. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents, and cause them to be put to death.
So you're talking about division on every conceivable level. Your family's not going to be loyal to you. Your acquaintances are not going to be loyal to you. And you best believe your heathen acquaintances and friends are not going to be loyal to you. Let me see. Yeah, you good. Oh yeah, say that. Get that.
Verse 22, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved.
So not only are we going to go through tribulation, but you're going to be despised of all men. And this is the road to the end. So those of you saying you're already saved, you are incorrect. Because if we are still in bondage and in captivity, how are you saved? When the gospel is us being liberated from the hands of our enemies. Not declaring victory while we are still paying tribute as slaves to them. Right? But, brother, can you go ahead and get me Revelation 12, 7 through 17? Because as I said earlier, the time of persecution is upon us. And one of the things that you're about to see is you're about to see all the things that the white man hasn't beta tested yet being released onto the streets. If you look in Chicago, they've already got robots wheeling around the cities. Areas in California. Hell, I even saw at a gay parade they had a robot that they had with rainbow decals walking around. Yeah, but here's the thing. Our people, we take this as a joke, not understanding eventually these robots are going to have guns mounted to them. And they're going to follow their prime directive, whatever that directive might be. And if you don't got the ability to reprogram these robots, if they start oppressing your people, ain't going to be no negotiating with them.
That's what they did, predicted it with AI during with Terminator.
Correct. You was thinking what I was thinking of John Connor when he talked to Sarah Connor the first time.
Yeah.
He said that thing don't eat, it don't sleep, and it will not stop, ever. It carries out its directives. And most of you blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians don't understand how desperate your enemy is. What's up?
Did you see the documentary of the sister that wrote that?
Yeah, Sophia Stewart.
Okay, so if you actually listen to how she said she came up with the Matrix and Terminator, you know, Terminator was supposed to be during that era of the apocalyptic era. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at it, she's predicting with the Bible everything from Jacob's trouble all the way up into the end.
You remember the parable of Lazarus and the rich man?
Yeah.
And the rich man said, hey, although I can't be saved, why don't you send somebody to, you know, my relatives, my sons, and let them know. And he was told, well, if they don't believe Moses, they ain't going to believe nothing else.
Right.
You got a woman who literally made the Bible into a movie.
Right.
All the end time prophecies. How you doing, brother? Okay. She literally just made it so that you could see the prophecies of the Bible in a movie. And people still look at that and they think it's just for fun. That's why our people don't understand. This is not for a merit badge. This is not an effort to become more popular. This is to solely let you know what's about to happen. Whatever happens after you've been informed, that's on you. But as far as me paying because I didn't let you know, my hands are clean at that point. That's why I'm out here. That's why brothers like us are out here. No. Keep going though. Yeah, get that.
It's Revelation chapter 12, verse 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, And the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
So there's something that y'all have to understand in the times that you're in. And we're going to go to Daniel 12 just to show you that the time of Michael standing up to defend the Israelites is basically upon us. But this is what this is talking about. The war that is going to take place between the forces of the Most High God and the forces of so-called Satan, or the adversary, and his many messengers or angels. Notice it doesn't say the nature of the devil's servants. It just says his angels, his messengers, his army. We see the white man raising up an army that doesn't even have a mind or a soul. It has a program. And most of us are looking at this army. Hell, some of us have even helped program it. I work in IT. I know I've done my fair share of, teaching behavioral patterns to these damn AIs. And guess what? Now I'm out of a job as of August 1st because of my contributions. Did it to ourselves. But we're seeing the army of our enemy be raised up. And it's an army that flesh and blood can't come against. You're going to need real power. You're going to need real help. That's why the Most High God promised those who wait upon him, he will renew their strength. They will walk and not faint. They'll mount up with wings as eagles. You're going to need all that power in the day of tribulation and the day of war. Because I'm going to tell you, the things that's coming, boy, most of us don't have an idea of what this white devil has. And he's done, you know what, for the first time I can say this, the white man has done a really good job at hiding all this stuff.
Yeah,
He's done a really good job.
But it's a double-edged sword because his technology is exposing.
Yes and no. And the reason why I say no is because,
Information through technology.
well, yeah, you're right, but the thing is, though, most of our people don't read. Because that's where most of the information is. You got to read these news articles and all that.
Everybody manipulated too as well.
Yeah.
All these codes and shit. It's all set up.
Yeah, it's so. Give me Job 9:24 real quick, and we're gonna go right back to where we're at. Saturday, usually from 2 to about 6. We'll be here. You're good. Yeah, just 9:24. We're gonna go right back.
Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
See, that's one of the reasons why the only way to find out what's really going on is to read. Because the way our adversary has orchestrated everything, right? All this information is not freely available because as it pops up, it's censored.
I got a point right there for you with that too. Okay,
What's
so
up?
dealing with studying. A lot of people, you know how they
We might get.
how they switch up history and change history, right? But a lot of people don't realize that you had these explorers that came to this side of the world, that side of the world, whatever. They all had diaries.
Mhm.
Nobody ever thinks to study the explorers' diaries. They didn't change that.
I'm going to tell you, if you read Christopher Columbo's diaries, he talks about how nice and generous the natives were. And then he punctuates it by saying they would make good slaves. He even said, I never put my sword down once. So for all the gifts, generosity, and accommodating that our people did, Christopher Columbus and men like him, in their minds, they were saying they'll make good slaves. Exactly. And guess what? Our people still don't see it coming. It's a shame. We still have to tell Black, Hispanic, Native Indian people to get away from the so-called white man walking around here.
Just because it's a tough road when you walk on that path, man. Because I'm walking in it right now, and I have been.
Mhm.
It's hell, man. Like everybody goes against you. They have all these cults that work together, organize what they call organized crime. The whole community comes against that one targeted individual and try and really fucking tear everything apart for that person to make it hard, because the belief that he has for that Most High, right? And not the one that they talk about, that God, that Jesus situation. That's not the one. It's just all manipulated to steer them from their purpose from the Most High, the actual one. You know,
So-
Yahweh.
We are supposed to be believing in his son. That is the act of faith that we must have.
Yeah.
But we will be hated by all men for his sake.
Of course, yeah.
You said something that most people glaze over when we talk about gang activity
Yeah.
in our neighborhoods.
Gang stalkers.
Right.
Cops, yeah.
Gangs are not just simply a bunch of brothers who got together out of desperation.
Yeah.
Gangs today, especially when you talk about the Crips, Rolling 60s, all these people, they were organized by our forefathers during civil rights.
Yeah.
And it was hijacked by efforts like COINTELPRO. And it has been redirected and reformed into a weapon against our people. That's why now you'll see a lot of these gang members, they'll outright admit that they are practicing Satanists. They're practicing Masons. They have been not just infiltrated, but indoctrinated.
Not just them, 'cause some of them are Muslim, like the
Nation of Islam.
So what do y'all think of the cross?
Not the Nation of Islam, I'm talking about the gangs, the Black Peace Stones. They in the
Con,
Islam.
Black Peace Stone.
Well, what do y'all think
They
of the
got
cross?
5%ers in there with them, you know.
What do y'all think of the cross?
The cross is an idol. Get that for me in Deuteronomy 28 and
That's
64.
what I say, you know, 'cause it's just something that's made up to idolize, but it actually represents the devil, demonic. You know what I mean? You flip it upside down, 666, demonic. And then
But see, that's the so when they attribute meaning to our symbols,
Right.
that's their gods, their idols. But when we believe in it, yes, we do have to talk on it, right?
Oh, sorry.
64. Yeah, you got it. Come, go ahead and get this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
So, the wood being the cross, the stone being the cobblestone, right? Brother, can you give me Isaiah chapter 30? And I believe start at verse 22. Because we're coming into the days where all men are going to throw their idols away. Because your idol is not going to be able to put food in your stomach. It's not going to be able to bring you safety. That's one of the reasons why you're seeing a mass conversion to Christianity the world over.
The thing is, it's within. It's in all of us.
I wouldn't say it's in all of us.
The God, the Yahweh is in us. The hell, the devil, we have both. They just-
No,
nobody-
everyone is walking the path that God ordained them to walk.
Nobody understands that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go within to actually find that experience and actually to be able to walk that path.
No, you supposed,
And have faith,
brother,
you
in
know?
order to walk the path God has for you, you have to study the Bible.
That's what I was just saying, bro. Because everybody got their own philosophy. What it says, it says philosophies and vain opinions. Dude, you gotta cut all that out. And all the knowledge and wisdom you need is from that book.
This is Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 16. Brother, listen to this. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them. The whole reason why you're sitting here right now, brother, is because us two brothers with Bibles started this. The path that you're walking, brother, the Most High might have winked at a lot of your mistakes, as he has all of us. He might have been behind you while you didn't know any better. But now that you have the guide to how to do this to the best of your ability, I would advise that you take note and listen, brother. As a matter of fact, get that real quick. Yeah.
It's Isaiah chapter 30, verse 22. Ye shall defile also the coverings of thy graven images of silver, and the ornament of thy molten images of gold. Thou shalt cast them away as a minstress cloth. Thou shalt say unto it, Get thee hence.
So in the days to come, we're going to be throwing our idols away like you would throw away a used maxi pad. See, again, the Bible has some very strong language in it, but most people, they don't understand it when they hear it. Right? But keep going, brother, a little bit more on that.
Then shall he give the rain of thy seed, that thou shalt sow the ground withal, and bread of the increase of the earth, and it shall be fat and plenteous. In that day shall thy cattle feed in large pastures. The oxen likewise, and the young asses that ear the ground, shall eat clean provender, which hath been winnowed with the shovel and with the fan.
So in the day where we throw away all of our idols, that's the day where we return to prosperity. Because the day that everybody throws away their idol, I'm going to tell you, that's going to be pretty much the last free day every man has on earth. You either going to be an Israelite and you're going to get into the kingdom, or you're going to die, or you a heathen going into slavery. Ain't too many places in between all that. Right? So we're trying to tell you, brother, to return to the Most High God and keep his commandments. Because if I ask you, how do you actually serve God? Do you know? How?
By walking in his path and, how do you say, obeying him and trusting him.
Okay.
And ignoring everything else, because everybody has to have that inner power to just have faith, right? Nobody has faith. They have to have something quick like that. It has to happen now. I need it now. So that's why they turn to demonic and evil, because the devil will give you that real quick versus what the Most High is going to give you. But he'll give that to you and much more. You just got to have fucking patience. The patience is a motherfucker, right? Nobody wants to wait.
So how do I know if you're serving God or Satan?
How do you know? Yeah.
Is it just what you say, or is it what you do?
This is the way I'll put it to you. Because again, if you're following the Most High, if you say you do, like, I don't know if y'all do or not, but if you say you're really walking the path and really in 100 with Yahweh, I don't have to have validation by nobody. It's just my works in general. Who I am is going to show you and he'll you.
So what works are those?
I don't need to show you or have you validate me.
What do you mean? I should be,
No
so,
validation, bro.
no, but here's the thing.
I know what I'm doing and I know what I got to do.
So how do you celebrate the Sabbath, brother? So how do you celebrate the Sabbath?
For him.
So how do you celebrate the Sabbath?
How do I celebrate?
How do you keep it?
Well, supposedly y'all say you aren't supposed to eat.
Not supposed to what?
You aren't supposed to eat. You're supposed to go into like fasting.
No, we don't say that.
Yeah.
We keep it according to Exodus 20.
It's on this day.
So give me Exodus 20, brother. And we keep the lunar Sabbath. So when the moon is completely invisible in her perfection, that's when the new Sabbath is.
But let me tell you this. Your group, I kind of like it. I dig it, right? But there's things that I implement as well, and I got to go into research, a whole lot of research myself. Y'all are still going by the Bible, which the Bible, the satanic people use the Bible, go by the Bible,
Where?
right?
Where?
The Christianity goes by that. Y'all are still
How?
saying
Hold
you're
on,
using
brother,
the Bible. You're
one step at a
telling me
time, one step at a time.
I'm not in my
Brother,
path
hold
because I'm
on,
not
hold
using
on,
that
hold on.
book.
Brother, hold on. You're saying
now
that,
I'm thinking
you're
different.
saying the Christian church uses the Bible. How do they use it?
They preach what you preach, bro. That's that they're certified. They're certified to preach a certain amount.
You've never heard what we just read be read in a church.
I've read that book, bro. I've read the whole book.
So what does Deuteronomy 28:64 say?
I don't memorize it hardcore to the T, but I have read that. And when I was
Brother, the reason why I asked that question, we literally just read it. And you didn't pick up on it because you're too busy trying to answer a question that I never asked you.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to
Give me Isaiah 29.
feedback, bro.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just go ahead and rebuke. Because, see, and this is one of the problems when we have blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians trying to worship God on their own terms. Because you're telling me you're an Israelite, but where's the history of the Israelites outside the Bible?
You already just told them that you gotta seek
So
out
what
the
book
wisdom
is that?
of
You
this
even
book.
took off the cover. What Bible is that?
That's the KJV. I read it so much that the cover came off. That should be the state of your Bible, brother.
What about that one? On the ground?
That's actually a book called Beyond Sanctuary. And this is the reason, brother, you don't know much about the Bible, because when the Bible's coming out, you have no interest in it.
I don't, because I already
I know.
been there and did it.
How have you been there and did it?
I've read it.
How do you keep Passover?
And the one thing I understand.
Yeah, we're not listening to that. So what we'll get?
For everything. So,
Yeah, so under 29. Start at 10.
So Isaiah chapter 29, verse 10. For the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and hath closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, hath he covered. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, Read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I cannot, for it is sealed. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, Read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I am not learned. Keep going.
Yeah, we won't keep going. So, brother, when you read the Bible, you need somebody who's learned to break it down to you. Because if I ask you, the beast with the 7 heads and the 10 horns, what is that? Do you know what that is?
Serpent?
No.
Or what? Which one?
It's nations.
Nation.
Now you're seeing why you need a teacher. Because, brother,
So, pretty much you're telling me that I gotta follow a group, right?
not a group. You just need a teacher.
What are you telling me?
You need a teacher, brother. That's what I'm telling you. Somebody who understands the Bible and can give you the context and the darker sayings of the Bible.
Yeah, I respect that if that's what you want to do, but the thing is, when you're independent and you go off on your own way, and you're actually walking the path by the Most High, you don't have to follow a group or a path or a whole city or anything.
Deuteronomy 7 and 9.
Believe in
Go ahead and
your
get
own
it.
thing,
Get Deuteronomy 7.
But I got you, man. I got that. I respect
No,
that.
but brother, long as you're here, we're going to talk on this subject.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Right? Go ahead and get it.
Listen.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 9. Know, therefore, that the Lord thy God, he is God, the faithful God, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations.
So the Most High God is only dealing with those who keep his commandments. If you don't have the Bible, brother, how do you know what those commandments are?
How do I know? 'Cause
Yes.
I'm blessed and I have been blessed, bro.
Right. So how many commandments are
I've
there?
been through hell.
How many
Some
commandments
you've
are there?
Never been through, bro.
Brother, and guess what?
And
You're
guess
going to
what?
keep going
The
through hell.
Most High has got me through
Give me
all
scourges for amendment.
that. Without that Bible.
Give me scourges for amendment. See, and I talked about this before. A lot of blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, because you have this attitude, God hadn't killed me yet. I got to be doing something right. When he might be directing your feet to what you need so you can learn.
I'm here to roll out his path, his work, bro.
How are you going to roll out God's path when you don't even know who God is according to his commandments?
Again, I don't need your validation, bro. I'm not here for you.
I'm not giving you validation. I'm asking you, if I were to learn from you,
You're not the
how,
Most High, so.
if I'm going to learn from you how to serve God, what am I supposed to be doing?
Trust me, you'll know. Like I said, if
Big old nothing burger.
If you're gonna be ignorant and not understand, then it's not for you, bro. Only the real ones that are gonna understand are.
You know that's why you're walking around with the name Yahweh, right? When there are no E's in Paleo Hebrew?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
See, now you're how do you say, talking shit towards me?
No.
You're angry.
It's called
You're angry.
righteous judgment.
That's the
And see, and this is
that's
what
the
blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians
that's
do
the
when they're
internet.
wrong. They try to say somebody's emotional. I can have passion, brother. Ain't no crime against it.
Why
Cut
you
that
angry?
out.
Why are you angry?
Cut that out.
Why are you angry?
Why are you in a downtrodden state?
I'm not. I'm joyful. I'm happy.
I didn't say you were. I didn't say anything about emotion. See, again, this brother, I think life has been kicking you in the ass because you don't listen very well.
I'm blessed, bro.
I think that's why life has been so hard on
I think
you.
it's been hard on you, bro.
This is 2 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 16. But was rebuked for his iniquity, the dumbass, speaking with man's voice, forbade the madness of the prophet. We have a bunch of people who need teaching. I'm not going to call you stupid, because I don't think you're stupid. I think you're hard-headed. And I think you believe you know better when you obviously don't. Because if I ask you, the way you serve God, is that going to get your people out of bondage?
The only ones that are going to get out of bondage are the ones that are going to listen. Those are the ones.
Right, and what do you have to
That's
tell
what
them,
the
brother?
Most High is here for.
So
Not-
those
not
kids in cages,
ignorant people,
those kids in
not
cages at
ignorant.
McAllen, Texas, what would you tell them?
What would you tell them?
I would tell them to keep God's commandments according to the Bible. And then I would show them the commandments so they would know how to keep them. What would you do, brother?
I think they've already been shown that, right?
No, they haven't.
I thought they were Christianity, right?
Christianity is not a Hebrew Israelite. See, again, I think you need a teacher, brother. Because you think Christianity and Hebrew Israelism is the same thing. Christianity says everybody can be saved. We don't say that.
So they read out that same Bible you're reading out, bro.
Brother, if I were to pick up a Quran, does that make me a Muslim on the spot?
Better yet, if I pick up a hammer, doesn't mean you're gonna use the hammer the same way I use it.
For real.
That's simple.
Brother, just because they have the book doesn't mean they believe it.
Right.
So all those Catholic priests molesting children, do they believe in the Bible?
Obviously not.
Obviously
I
not.
don't
So we can agree on that. Good
I
job.
don't condone that. But
And guess what the Bible says? They should be put to death for that.
exactly. But at the same thing, the Bible is what they supposedly represent, right?
Brother,
So-
the Bible is only addressed to the Israelites. What they choose to do with our book is their business. They're in charge right now. But that doesn't take away from the point that God told me and you what to do. And if you call yourself serving God, you best do what he tells you. You're laughing, brother, but the thing is, I'm
not laughing at that. I'm just like, wow. Like,
because, brother, if you don't believe me, all the stuff you said, all the hard things you went through in your life, why do you think you went through them? You got that Scourges for a minute?
I'm not complaining, bro. I know I had to do it. For the most part.
Yeah, you can start there.
Did I ever say I was complaining because what I went through? No, hell no. I knew I had to do that.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
To live out what I'm going to live out, bro.
2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
For what?
For scourges for amendment.
All those things are sent as scourges or whips to correct you. We all have been scourged for correction. So, brother, if you're outside of the Bible, where the rules are, how do you be corrected? What if God is whipping your back because you don't keep the Sabbath right? Then that means you got to go in the Bible and see how to keep the Sabbath.
You're whipping it a good way, though, because I'm doing what I got to do. That's all I got to
Lean
I'm
not
blessed.
towards your own understanding.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be leaning on your own understanding. You got a question, man?
When you the man that was here the other day on
That's
that
me.
paperwork, you the one I want to talk to.
What's up, man?
So you say you're a Jew, right?
I'm an Israelite. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I ain't.
Oh, can you move over a little bit?
Yeah.
Sorry about that, man. Sorry about that.
Let me sit around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I ain't. But check this out. I've been in this here since I was a teenager. I'm 63 now.
Just because a man is old doesn't mean he's wise.
All of y'all, I see y'all all over the nation. Arguing with people, criticizing people because they don't share your beliefs.
That's not why.
Hold up, let me finish, and when you talk, I'm gonna shut.
Brother, I'm here to teach. I'm just being honest with you.
Okay, but I'm just saying,
Okay.
let's have a respectful dialogue. You're entitled to your belief,
Yep.
just like everybody else entitled to theirs.
There you go. Yeah.
I respect the person that live what they believe, whether I agree with them or not.
Exactly, because everybody has
You know,
a different path in their
Because a
life
lot
they
of
got to go
people
through.
in the public side, they one thing, and behind closed doors, they're another. So a man that actually practices faith, whether I agree with it or not, I can respect it. My thing is this here. They say God created the universe, right?
Okay.
Nothing from nothing, nothing comes from nothing. Who created God?
Exactly.
God has always been here.
Who created God?
God has always
I
been
didn't
here.
ask you whether he already been here. I'm asking who created God.
And this is the folly that we go into.
But you
And on that note, are you about to leave?
Oh, I'm gonna stand up. I want to hear you.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you the respect.
You know what it
you
remind
gave
me
me.
of?
What's that?
Remind me of Ezra when the angel, he was trying to he said, hey, you need to tell me the secrets of heaven, blah, blah, blah. And the angel said, if you can answer these 3 questions, then I'll let you know what's up.
The angel told Ezra, stay in your lane.
Basically, you know what I'm saying? We can't, like, we always want to
It's in the book of 2nd Ezra.
There's a lot of things in the book that ain't true. So who said that?
Again.
Because
And now this is what I'm talking about.
And that's what I
Our
did.
elder, after 40 years of being too late, he wants to get involved in something that he despises.
Since the Bible has been manipulated.
Again, our people will do anything except for keep the commandments.
so many books have
His,
been thrown
while
out.
he was doing the robot and the electric slide in the club, his people were addicted to crack cocaine.
See, he don't even
Oh,
know
hold
me.
on. I got a question for you.
I ain't never been
Bro.
high.
No, brother, hold on. Stay in order, stay in order, stay in order, stay in order, stay in order. Because, see, this is what happens. When the word starts to come out, Satan cometh immediately.
I'm a crackhead.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Ain't nobody say you were a crackhead.
You just said,
I said our people. See, again, brother, you better be very scared. That's the adult form of you. That's the old form.
you hear me?
That you're 20 years from that. I said during the 60s and 70s, our people were getting addicted to crack cocaine. Where did I say you are a crackhead?
Hold on. My bad. I misunderstood.
So, brother, I would advise you to listen and pay heed to the Bible.
Let me ask you this.
Again, and immediately,
Jews
get me
are
Mark
God's chosen people, right?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
don't
go ahead.
even
Get that.
recognize Jesus as being their prophet. They
Job
recognize
chapter
David.
32, verse 9. Great men are not always wise, neither do the aged understand judgment.
This is what I like right here.
So just because a man is old doesn't mean he's wise.
I had a question for him. My question was simple, and it'll go for him too. It's the same.
What's up?
So I can have my opinions about how the Ford plant operates and how you make a car. I can have my opinions about that all day from watching YouTube videos or, you know what I'm saying, reading a magazine. But I've never been a mechanic, and I don't work for the Ford plant to say how it actually works. So why would you base your opinion off of something that you maybe read, didn't understand, instead of being taught what the true meaning of something is to get the understanding, then have a real opinion?
I guess.
And that's the point where the brother's trying to make with the
No,
Bible.
like I
You
said
can
again.
criticize it all
Yeah,
day,
no, I'm not
but it doesn't
criticizing
make
it.
sense about your criticism because it's pure ignorance.
No.
And ignorance means absence of knowledge. So you are absent of knowledge, yet you want to have an opinion on something that you have no clue about.
No, I mean, I'm not, like, how do you say, criticizing that situation. If that's what he wants to believe, that's cool. Like, what's the name
But
said,
you
we all
can't
have
sit
our
up here and
beliefs,
teach
right?
nobody about the Bible and say, I got an opinion on
But let me
something you have no
explain-
clue about
Let me
it.
explain my path, my actual experience on my connection with the Most High.
So we're taking away from the lesson because I got a lesson to give. I don't have time for you to sit here and give us the breakdown on how you ignore the Bible. To be quite frank, because I'm going to ask you, if you don't know how to even keep the Sabbath, what do you have to teach me
Okay, so
and how to serve God?
So you're telling me we all have to have that same path? Right?
Give me 1 John 2 and 3. I'm going to answer your question. I'm answering it.
All right, well, go ahead.
Because if you said you knew your parents and you didn't know their name, you don't do anything they said, and you bear none of the likeness of what they tell you to do. Like you're supposed to have certain things on your face, certain things on your clothes. Your likeness tells me you don't know God.
I guess.
So how am I supposed to follow God if you're the furthest thing from him?
That's your opinion.
Right, so let's see what the Bible says.
All right, go ahead.
1 John chapter 2, verse 3. And hereby we do know that we know him, if we keep his commandments.
Keep going.
And he that saith I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar.
So what?
Is a liar.
One more time.
Is a liar.
No, I'm 63 years old. I'm going to tell y'all what's what.
Is a liar. And the truth is not in him.
Like I said, that older gentleman, that's going to be you in 20 years.
Like that.
If you even got that long.
Shit, you never know. Could.
See, again, man, our people really think it's a joke, man. They think it's a real joke. Less than 500 miles away from here, your people are literally being shoved in cages.
Like I said,
They're literally
that's-
dumping your people in the ocean.
that-
They got bodies washing up on the shores now of Hispanic people with their arms bound.
Well, what do you think we could do about it? There's nothing. I
Keep the
can do about it.
commandments. God already told you why it's happening.
The devil has a ruling over the earth, bro.
You don't even know what you're saying. What does devil mean?
Devil?
Yeah.
Satan?
No.
Means evil, demonic.
Nope.
demonic
Show don't.
has ruling
Means
over
deceiver.
the earth.
Devil just means deceiver. See, brother, instead of making it up, you could just listen and learn.
I am listening, but I can't.
So what does devil mean? I just told it to you. What does devil mean? What does devil mean?
Means demonic.
You didn't even listen to what I just told
You
you.
want me to say it from how directly it's spoken?
Brother,
in the book,
it
right?
means deceiver. You want us to go into
There's
concordance?
plenty of that out here.
I can go into the Bible dictionary and show you the Hebrew word they use for devil.
You could be deceiving. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's what it is. It's all,
See, again, brother, that's why our people, we're lost. Because we're all trying to make it up instead of just getting out the book. We're the only people on the face of the planet you can give all the answers to on a test and we'll still fail it because we're still trying to make the shit up. Open book test, and we're the only ones failing it.
honestly, you just got to go within and trust your. How do
Yep, just trust yourself, huh?
Trust what you're going through. in
Now,
your
guess what?
life.
What is the first tenet of Satanism? Do as thou wilt. And that's the rule of the law. So you just told me to worship Satan.
I never did. Did I?
Yes.
It didn't come out my mouth.
That is the primary tenet of Satanism. Do as thou wilt.
We all have a purpose in this world, in this room.
Give me Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
How is my purpose going to be the same you're telling me to do?
Because it's in the Bible. It tells you what your purpose is.
So it's in the Bible, so that's my purpose to be in this room is by the Bible, right?
Yes.
Now you're leading me to the wrong path.
No, do you believe God has his words in this book?
I do believe it, but it has
So why are you ignoring all of them?
because the whole damn thing has been manipulated, bro. That's what I'm telling you.
So you tell me God's words are in here, but then you tell me it's manipulated, don't listen to it. So if I ask you, how was it manipulated? How was it? How did they manipulate the Bible?
You never know. All that shit is set up for that. All that Bible situation was way back for the actual slaves, so they can.
Again,
so
nonsense.
They can have control
Nonsense.
over,
You don't even know who put together the King James Bible.
with their mind.
You don't even know who King James is. Did you know the so-called black man was ruling in Europe during the Byzantine Empire? You don't need to know a lot of things, apparently.
I just need to know what
I know. Brother, you don't have the first clue about what you're supposed to be doing. You don't have a clue.
Walking yours, he does too. He does too. Everybody.
Where's your path lead?
Yeah, where does your path lead?
See, y'all don't even know that. You got to go within, bro. It's within.
Yeah, it's within.
Out of that.
And 6 neutrons, 6 protons, 6 electrons. You know what I'm saying? And then you get the living waters, right?
I like that. That's what. You,
That's the dumbass shit our people are spouting now, and we're lost because of
you
it.
ever heard of chakras?
I have, and that's from Hindus' belief.
There you go. You got to open
Oh,
up
you
the
tried
chakras.
to get that elevation through the booty hole.
Yeah, that Kundalini. See that root chakra? See, and this is what happens when brothers read and other brothers come with that nonsense.
I'm just letting you know real quick. It's called the Commonwealth Bible, which is a slave Bible. It wasn't this Bible.
It's not that Bible, man. Yeah, we respect you, brother. Keep the commandments, man. Yeah, go ahead and get that.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
That's what we're supposed to be doing. Again, to you blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you keep trying to make up a way to get out of slavery. The Most High God already told you, he is your Savior, and there is no one else. Don't believe me? We're going to go to the book of Isaiah. And see, it was the Most High God in his infinite mercy that produced a living, breathing example of ignorance. That should have terrified that young brother. Because that elder's been making it up for 60 plus years.
And you gave a great point. You said this is you in 20 years.
Yeah, this is you, man.
I mean, for real.
Take
That's
a good look.
right. You know?
Hey, give me Isaiah 43 and start at 11 and then read down to 15.
Isaiah chapter 43, verse 11. I, even I, am the Lord, and beside me there is no Savior. I have declared and have saved. I have shown when there was no strange God among you. Therefore ye are my witnesses, saith the Lord, that I am God. Ye, before the day was I am he. And there is none that can deliver out of my hand. I will work, and who shall let it? Thus saith the Lord, your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. For your sake I have sent to Babylon, and have brought down all their nobles, and the Chaldeans, whose cry is in the ships. I am the Lord, your Holy One, the Creator of Israel, your King.
So we're out here to let blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians know that y'all are the people of the Bible. If y'all got questions on why the white man is throwing your people in prisons, why he's kidnapping your children, why he's working you to death while he still calls you lazy, calling you an immigrant in your own land, all those answers are in the Bible. See, and again, man, now I really do understand why in the first couple of chapters of each book in the Old Testament, the prophet had to basically be given kind of a lowdown on who he was being sent to. Let's get one of those real quick, because we're going to go back to Revelation chapter 12. Can you get me Ezekiel? Yeah, I want to get that precept. If he had been sent to a nation of a strange speech, they would have repented long ago. Let me get that real quick. Get me Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 4 and read down to 7.
I should read to 9.
Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 4.
Bring it out.
And he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech, and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel. Not to many people of a strange speech, and of a hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely, had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee.
How hard-headed and stiff-necked do you have to be where God has to take a moment to tell his prophet, I'm sending you to such a stubborn people. If they spoke a different language and were of a different nation, they would have heard you and repented long before the people I'm sending you to. But you see why. We got to see two living, breathing examples from two separate generations of why the word of God has not reached all of our people. And for the most part, it is because our people refuse to hearken unto wisdom. No matter what life has thrown at their face or hit them in the back with, our people still refuse to hearken unto knowledge. And as a result, we are yet this day in our captivity. Keep going, brother.
Verse 7, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted.
See, again, the Most High God had to let it be known. Our people are impudent or insubordinate and hard-hearted. Oh, man, for real. 8 and 9. But see, brothers like that don't understand. Eventually, he going to get that Baruch 4 and 1. All they that leave off the commandments shall die. We going to get that right after this. Because you hard-headed niggas, y'all about to die in droves out here. Y'all going to be crying out to Yahweh and Buddha and Krishna and all these damn pagan gods, and they ain't going to do you no good. Go ahead and keep going, brother.
Verse 8, behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house.
So the Most High said, look, man, don't worry about them talking shit and getting mad. That's going to happen. See, again, the Most High God had to warn Ezekiel, I'm sending you unto a rebellious house. So don't be surprised when they start talking trash, acting like they don't want to listen, acting like they want to throw you in prison. Hell, not acting, trying to throw you in prison. See, again, we read earlier that we're going to be hated of all men for Christ's sake. See, and you're going to be hated by people saying they worship Yahweh. You're going to be hated by elders who say, man, I've been doing this a long time since you was in Pampers. See, my thing with the elders trying to come up here and talk shit to us now that they old, it's like, elder, you had 30, 40 years to do what you needed to do to set your people right. You ain't do what you needed to do, so now you out here working at 63, walking to work.
You know what he did before he left to us? That just brought up a good point. I just remember what he did before he left. He showed it to you. He said, this is what I believe in. Talking about money. So.
But here's the thing. Our people, they think they're in good standing if they're making good money here in this kingdom, not understanding that enmity with God is friendship with the world. So if everything is going great for you in this kingdom, you probably ain't on God's good side. You probably on God's bad side. You're on the naughty list. Because I'm going to be real, now it's starting to come out how all these people getting all these high-end jobs.
Word.
How they getting all these CEO positions. How they becoming these owners of these mega billion, mega million companies. You don't just get assigned these positions. You got to give a pound of flesh, so to speak. Whether it's giving over one of your children, having them pass through the fires of Molech, giving up your cherry, so to speak.
Homeboy with the chakras.
Hey man, he said it, not us. He said the chakras. See, again, man, it ain't something that's just exclusive to the so-called white man. All these heathen nations get down like this. Why you think you can go to Dubai right now and get shit on for $50,000? And guess what just came out? The Saudi royal family go back to the Khazars. An Iranian general a couple of weeks ago brought that out. See, again, man, all these backward practices that have taken root all over the earth and have a stranglehold on the people have gone mad because of the oppression. And we don't just have to imagine it. We got somebody across the way smitten with madness. Whether that madness came out of a pipe or a blunt. You know what I'm saying? Or a needle. But our people are smitten with the afflictions of this kingdom. And see, most of our people don't understand money ain't going to do nothing for you in the day of affliction. Because money is about to be rendered worthless. That's why they gotta put an electric collar on people. Now they gotta say, hey, look, this new digital banking system. Yeah, in order to get access to it, you're gonna need a chip or a bracelet, and then eventually it's gonna be something that go in your body. See, what they're doing is they're tightening an electrical collar. It's like when you put an electric collar on your dog. After a while, your dog knows the parameters of what it's allowed to do and what it's not allowed to do. The white man is about to make it so that you're not allowed to take 2 steps without him sanctioning it, going, okay, you can do that. You want to start a business? I'm against that. You want to eat an extra burger? I'm against that. That's going to ruin your carbon footprint, so to speak, because you're eating too much beef, which means that you're driving up the need for beef from the cow farms, and they produce too much methane. And not to mention they're destroying all the farms. See, again, your enemy, the devil, he has a very short time. And we're about to go back to Revelations 12 to illustrate that your enemy, when his time comes for him to pass the torch, he is going to do it in the most begrudging way possible. He's going to fight, kick, and scream before he passes the torch. Hell, it's not going to be passed. Yahushua is going to take it. Because the saints of the Most High God shall take the kingdom. Yeah, come up off that, man. You know how it go. Shit, it's funny, man. Jake will lead a whole life of crime, be fucking mugging people in the park. But then when you say the Son of God gonna take all the crowns from these nations, all of a sudden they go, well, why would Jesus do that? All of a sudden they turn into a damn church choir boy. Harmless Jesus, he wouldn't do that. I mean, I just, man, we ain't gonna let it get in the way. Let's go ahead and get this scripture, man. Revelations 12, and yeah, because we ain't even got into the lesson barely, man. We barely even touched it. Yeah, so yeah, we'll start back at 7. And then read down.
It's Revelations 12, verse 7.
Yeah.
And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation, and strength, and the kingdom of our God, and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death.
So not only is the deceiver and all his messengers going to be fighting against the armies of God, but there's going to be many of us who are going to be martyrs for this thing. We're going to serve in our capacity to serve the Most High God, whether it be out here teaching or just educating our people on a low level. Because some of our people, although they don't teach on the streets, they teach on a one-to-one scale, right? But many of us are going to serve, and it's going to cost us our lives. But this is what it's going to take in order to reach the kingdom, right? Y'all got time for the Bible today? A couple minutes?
We're busy, sorry.
You believe in the Bible, brother?
Yes.
What tribe you come from in it? Are you Mexican? You come from the tribe of Issachar, brother. You are an Israelite. Issachar means he who was hired. Who are the hardest working people on the planet? Mexican people. Did you know blacks, Hispanics, and Mexicans, we all the same people? We're brothers. So I have to ask you, why are you hanging out with one of the sons of the slave master?
Because we're cousins. We're cousins.
Hey, that sucks for you. Because if his father's an Israelite and yours ain't, he going to be your slave master. And ain't going to be no sunscreen in the kingdom. And if he don't want you, I'll take you. You might not be good for shit, but I'll still use you as a footstool. Have a good one. And to our brother, we love you, man. Separate from the devil. Because the Bible tells you to never trust your enemy. That's why he told us that he ain't got time. And then he stood there looking like an idiot while his brother got fed. See, again, that's why we make it plain to be understood. We are out here for the real Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. God's chosen in the Bible. Repent and keep God's commandments. That is the only way. It's the only way. And I see Jesus is Lord on the back of his shirt. But yet, when it comes to talk about the Bible, no time. But if I ask him, I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to him.
That's her husband, so how about you keep your...
No, you keep your mouth shut. Shut up. Be quiet.
Why are you gonna
Be quiet. I didn't talk to you first.
Why are you gonna cuss?
I can preach how I want, brother. If you don't like it, please get up the street.
And that's fine. That's
Why are
fine.
you
I'm
gonna
not
cuss
saying
in
that.
front of my
Uh-huh.
brother?
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, just because you saw me and a group of people.
The Bible says to separate from your enemy, brother.
Yes, it does.
So the Mexican kids in the cages at the border, how is this getting them out of them cages?
So who's the enemy?
The white man's the enemy. Did that help you?
Okay, you're wrong.
See, he got the answer, and then he goes, well, wait, what?
That's where you're wrong. Nobody is.
Damn.
Okay?
Damn.
All right?
So wait, nobody's what?
You're saying
Nobody's
white
what?
people
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
You're saying that white people are the enemy.
Do you want me to prove it? I can prove it. I can prove it. You don't want to hear it in the Bible?
God loves everybody.
No, he doesn't. Hey, give me Romans 9 and 13. And on that note, he's trying to run as fast as he can. What God? You don't know God's name? Jesus isn't God. And the letter J.
God, there is no color.
Yes, there is.
No, there is.
God even has a color. Revelations 4 and 2.
One in his image.
Revelations 4 and 2. You never read it. You're too busy trying to save the white man. Good job.
You're too busy hating.
Just go ahead and read this. This idiot that don't know nothing. Go ahead and read it.
Romans chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
So we got an example of the Most High God hating Esau. But instead of admitting he was wrong, he gonna walk his dumb ass up the street. Like our people always do when they want to save the white man. But when we ask him, how is this saving your people? He just folds like a damn idiot. And you see why his son didn't know nothing. Because his daddy's a coon. I don't expect your son to be any different than you. See, again, everybody talking about they want to be some type of revolutionary. But when it comes to the revolution, you want to join your enemy. See, and that's why the white man, he'll walk with you going, yeah, man, don't listen to him. But when ICE shows up to your house, you know what your white friend's going to do? He going to stand there going, oh, there's nothing I can do, man. It's beyond my control.
Let me get a lawyer.
Yeah, I'm going to get a lawyer for you. See, a lot of you Hispanics are finding out the hard way. All those so-called white people who said they were your friends, they lied to your face. You went all the way over to say that? Shut up. I'm sitting right here. You got something to say to me? Come back and say it like a man. Get tired of you damn blacks and Hispanics. Won't stand up for your own people, but you got everything to say to the people who stand up for you. I shouldn't have to raise my voice for Mexican children being shoved in cages. Mexican men should be doing that on their behalf. Instead, your black brother has to do it because you're a damn coward. I'm not going to miss my words out here. The white man is your enemy. If you can't see it by now, God have mercy on you for what the white man is going to do to you. Because his kingdom is at an end, and he blames you for its decline. See, and you notice everybody wants to talk shit when they get across the bridge. And ain't it something? We're the only group out here who've never even balled a fist at anybody, but everybody gets bold with us. But you don't do the same thing to the white man when he throws your ass in a damn cage, giving you a fucking aluminum blanket, talking about, yeah, man, we make them sleep on the floor.
Well, they try and protest, what they do, white man hit him with tear gas.
Yeah, white man putting tear gas and hoses on you, just like he did you during civil rights.
Yep. Ain't no difference.
And the same way they did that then is the same way you cooned out niggas don't do nothing about it now. That's why when they make those dumbass threats, I let that shit roll off my back like a water on a duck. You've been running your whole life and you gonna keep running because you a damn coward. You ain't gonna make your stand right here. You're gonna do what you've always done, and that's run to the next stop and beg the white man for help. Get sick of these damn, oh, you won't say that about my white woman. It's like, for one, I wasn't even talking to that ugly son of verse bitch. And two, if you're so sensitive about being with a white woman, why are you with her?
There you go.
That's my question. So you so sensitive about talking about these people's past, surely you've talked it over with her. But I guarantee he's never brought it up. He's too busy trying to keep the peace. Peace that they took from the earth, by the way. Again, that's why we had to read that in Ezekiel. We are sent to a rebellious house. A house who doesn't want to hear the words of the Lord. They want to come up with their own way to get out of bondage. And my question is, how's that working out for you? How's that working out when she gets mad and calls you a damn wetback? How's that working out? How'd that feel to you black sisters with these white men who beating on you calling you a nigger? How's that feel?
Well, I show up out of nowhere and he wondered why the fuck he back in Mexico. She done caught him on his ass.
For real.
You know?
Living in this country, this capitalist club, he has around his whole household.
Right.
Yeah, that's like volunteering to live in prison.
Word.
Niggas is straight stupid, man. I am not gonna live with my fucking slave master so I can walk on eggshells every moment of my damn life. Are you crazy? And you notice his son received that with gladness. When he was told he was an Israelite from the tribe of Issachar, he was smiling. He was like, yeah, I thought something was different. But leave it to his damn daddy to sit up here and set the example of coonery.
Good thing they came separately.
For real, I thank the Most High God in the name of his son Yahweh Shai that they were separate.
Maybe the message was for his son. Exactly. Good point.
I'm sorry?
No, I said good point. I said maybe the message was for his son.
Yeah, that's who it was for.
Yeah.
Because his daddy received that with absolute bitterness. And you notice he didn't get a battery in his back until Miss Ann said something. All of a sudden, yeah, you don't do that. You don't do. It's like, man, wait a minute. You, for one, you ain't gonna tell me what I'm gonna do, and I don't listen to your white bitch like you do. That's your job.
Man, put that bitch on the leash.
Right.
For real. Like, that ain't my job, that's your job.
Control your dog.
Matter
Right.
of fact, he ain't got no control because the bitch motherfucker came out of pocket saying something to another man. If you a man, you speak to the man, not have your woman speak to
That's right. And that's why I had to set her straight. I was talking to him, not you.
That's right. I would be offended if my woman's motherfucker came out of pocket like that and said something to a nigga.
For real.
I
Hey,
would
man,
be like, what?
me and my woman would have to have strong words at home.
Hell yeah. Don't you ever.
Because you ain't the one who have to fight somebody.
Right.
Keep your mouth shut.
Exactly. They wanted to cause the motherfucker to get killed.
For real.
Makes you look soft off the jump.
Yeah. You can't even control your household.
And he could have kept going, knowing he soft as puss, and she just put him in front street, knowing he soft.
But see, here's the thing, though. He'll have to answer to her at night.
Oh,
How come you ain't saying nothing to them two niggas on the bridge?
right.
And then you got to be like, well, you know, baby, you know, they be out there, they be rapping around, you know, them niggas, you know. Just a field niggas. I was a good house nigga. I just don't do that.
Stevie, stop.
I don't do that. You know, I'm a good nigga, bro. That's how our people act, man. Shit, the damn woman, 150, well, that bitch is like 200 something. I mean, let's be real. She damn fullback. But you know what I'm saying? Like, she's sitting there, she get mad, all of a sudden you won't get mad too. It's like, brother, if you're not mad, man, just keep walking.
Just because you said something about being on his shirt.
Yeah. And not to mention, if you're wearing a shirt that say Jesus is Lord, you should be more than excited to talk about the Bible. That's why most of y'all talking about y'all believe in Jesus. Y'all full of shit, man. Because you ain't even willing to dedicate 5 minutes to the Lord. Yeah, you over here talking about you a soldier for Christ. Ain't even busted a grape out here for Christ. But anyway, let's stay in this Revelations 12. Where you at? Yeah, keep going.
Revelations 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And when the dragon saw that he was cast onto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child.
See, we're taking this chapter baby step by baby step because it's very important. See, right now, some of y'all walking around with your white snuggle bunny thinking that everything is cool. Not understanding when food ain't on the shelves and you have to choose between which family gets fed, a lot of these so-called white folks gonna run back home. Because jungle fever has an expiration date. See, they ain't tell you about that. There's a threshold where they can't justify their fetish anymore and they're gonna run back home. And I would expect them to, because that is to take care of their blood. See, again, the only people putting other nations and other bloodlines over their own are the Israelites. All these other nations, they already know what the game is. I can play this whole I love everybody game until it's serious. Then I'm going to run home and I'm going to take care of mine. See, most of you blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, if I told you to run home to your people, you wouldn't know where to go. You would think, well, I need to call the NAACP, some other cooned out organization that's supposedly standing for black people. See, most of y'all don't understand, man. You need to have a real connection to your people. And if you're only tied in with your enemies, guess what's going to happen to you in the days of affliction? They're going to treat you like an enemy. But keep going, brother.
Verse 14, and to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time, and times, and half a time, for the face of the serpent, or from the face of the serpent. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth, and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth.
That wilderness that the Israelites were driven into are the scattered lands all throughout this earth, where we have been nourished for a time and time. That's why we are a mighty and great people, although we are divided and called many names. In more cases than not, we are divided because we are ignorant of one another's existence. Although we walk about in plain sight to one another. For instance, our Hispanic brothers not understanding that we are literally their blood relatives. We are their blood relatives and brothers, sisters, etc. But because they are ignorant of this, more times than not, they are more willing to conjoin themselves unto those who have nothing to do with them, aside from a history and present of oppression. But keep going, brother.
Verse 17, and the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God, and have the testimony of Jesus Christ.
It's like I said earlier, right? We're about to be persecuted for keeping the commandments, for keeping the path of serving the Most High. See, in that flood of lies that the dragon cast out of its mouth, it's been swallowed up by this truth that has taken root and sprung up all over the earth. Truth like Vladimir Putin revealing those Russian icons that were all black, showing a black Christ, black Moses, black David, black everything, right? All these relics and archaeological findings that have, that are inscribed with Hebrew, that show that the natives here were Hebrew. The Tainos and the Arawak people were Hebrews, or the Puerto Ricans. All those temples throughout Mexico that have figures like Quetzalcoatl bearing a cross. Because remember when Christ said, I have sheep that are not of this fold. Well, how would the Aztecs know about Christ? Because they don't explain any documented voyages of the Israelites over to the Americas. So how did they come to find out about Quetzalcoatl bearing a cross? And not to mention that Christ is also called the fiery serpent. And Quetzalcoatl is portrayed as what? A fiery serpent. See, that's why it's so important that we come out here to let blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians know that you are the people of the Bible. You are the real Israelites.
There's another point too from this in Revelation that in our day and age now too, a lot of people do know the truth, but they sell it out to be an opportunist. You know what I'm saying? To get money, fame, or some kind of status or something, even though they know the truth.
But the thing is, though, we're supposed to be buying the truth and selling it not. We're supposed to be freely giving as we have received the truth. You are definitely correct. A lot of our people are trying to make a name for themselves in this earth, and they're trying to peddle the truth and make money along the way.
So, I mean, I wasn't talking about the truth. I'm talking about they know the truth, but they'll sell themselves out, even though they know this is not the way I should be going.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. My bad, but the truth.
No,
that's true too. You know
okay.
But yeah,
well, I mean, but I think a lot of that comes from our people trying to lessen the burden of being here.
All right, true.
You know what I'm saying? You know how people say like I'd rather serve in heaven, and then you know whatever. What is it?
I'd rather
Serve in hell or serve in heaven than it's some shit like that. Rule in hell
Rule in hell,
than serve in heaven. Yeah, that's how you say it.
Right.
It's one of them wicked proverbs, right?
That's that Catholic shit.
Yeah, but most of our people don't understand. You're going to serve regardless. Because the devil isn't, like, this white man ain't going to share rulership with you. And that's something that I'm trying to tell my brothers. They're so fixated on, well, you don't like the white man. It's like, nigga, like, what should I like about him? I mean, that is a question I'm actually going to start asking. You say I'm wrong for not liking them. Tell me why I should. Tell me why I should. If I should like them, it should be obvious, and you should have no problems explaining. And when you freeze, I'm going to go, that's exactly why I don't like them. Because you know all the shit that you hate about them. You're just too cowardly to follow through with the damn act. And you're not even harming anybody. You're just taking the position of not liking someone.
And separate yourself. What's so bad to separate yourself from? I don't get it.
I'm trying to figure it out, brother.
I'd like to hear that answer, though, because I'm coming to a straight blame. Well,
Hey, that should be a table session where you say, put up a sign and say, whatever, tell me what's so good about the white man. Prove me wrong type shit. You know what I'm saying?
I dislike white people. Prove me wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
to beat them at everything.
Right. Hey,
But
yeah.
our people.
They stole every sport you had. Look, how hockey, they took that shit. And then don't want you to join in something that they didn't even start.
Right.
They stole it from the Iroquois Indians.
Yeah.
See, again, and that's why we keep trying to tell our people to separate from these folk. See, again, and you'll notice, all these coons, they get butthurt, but they don't ball a fist and want to do something about it because they know in their heart of hearts, you're right, I never should have linked up with these people.
You walked over here, so you got COVID, and you kind of calmed down.
Well, because he saw that like one of the things that we have to remind people of, we might have Bibles, but don't get it twisted, right? We will defend ourselves.
We ain't gonna back down.
Like, just because you get mad don't mean I'm all of a sudden go, oh, brother, I didn't mean it. And the fact that I love my brother as much as I love myself, I have to tell you the truth. If you knew, if you walk past this statue right here to our left, right, the camera can't see it, but if there was a lion hidden behind that damn statue, and I knew about that lion and I was going to let my brother walk by and get mauled, I would be responsible for that. So what if I see you walking with a lion? He got a fork in one hand and a beer bone and a spoon in the other. And he looking at my brother like he a snack. I gotta let you know, hey man, the lion looking at you, man, he gonna eat you.
Niggas ain't doing that because look at what they doing now. On every YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. You're literally watching your brothers and sisters fighting, beating each other ass, and eventually getting shot instead of stopping them from doing that shit.
Come on.
You're letting the white man beat the shit out of your brothers and sisters as you seen that the interaction was escalated by that fucking up crooked cop, and you're just gonna let that shit happen.
Come on.
Because you're a fucking coward.
But that's why in Leviticus 19 it tells you not to stand in the blood of your brother or the blood of your neighbor. See, that's why it's so important to tell our people who your neighbor is. Because the white man has told you that everyone is your neighbor. If somebody moves next to you, they're your neighbor. But what if a pedophile moves next to me? What if a murderer moves next to me? Is he my neighbor and my friend?
There you go. God loves everybody, right?
See, again, God love everybody until it's somebody that person don't love. All of a sudden, oh, we got an exception.
Not pedophiles, though.
Yeah, not like that, though. That's not what I mean. Not like that, though. Well, what about slave masters who rape children? Because that's what the white man did en masse. He did it by way of tradition. Like, when you read the Willie Lynch letter, he did it by way of tradition.
And now they're surprised that they have the sex trafficking of kids still to this day.
So all the institutions and organizations that buttressed slavery, sex trafficking, and sexual exploitation exist today. Because the people who were over those institutions are still at the helm of the institutions. For instance, a man named Judah P. Benjamin Rothschild started the Klan. The Klan was, well, I mean, surprise, surprise, worked hand in hand with police departments. And police got their start as a slave patrol. So I'm supposed to believe that so-called white people have turned over a new leaf and the police are here to make me safe on land that the white man stole and still continue to rape, rob, and sex traffic children on. But yet, I'm unreasonable for having a hearty suspicion for my oppressor. I'm crazy. See, that's why we ought to obey God rather than men. Because these things in the Bible, they are plain unto the righteous, but they are stumbling blocks unto the wicked. And the people who come up here running their mouth talking about they don't agree are the same people who can't teach you what the dietary laws are. They don't know how to keep the Sabbath. They don't even know God's real name. But they'll call themselves correcting you while they're in ignorance. But anyway, brother, can you go ahead and get me Daniel 12 and 1 through 4? And then we're going to go to 9 through 13. Because it's important to understand that we are in the days where Michael is going to have to stand up. And the Most High God is going to have to send his forces to defend his people, lest we be crushed by our enemies. Hey, Adalia, have you seen that that prototype robot they're trying to use? They're trying to make. It's got synthetic muscles.
Oh yeah, I see that.
It looked like the damn thing from Prometheus.
Yeah, they're doing trying to do the fake skin and shit on all the robots down the Android. Yeah.
They're trying to make robots. For those of y'all watching who don't know this, they're trying to make literal AI-driven robots that have synthetic muscles that are anatomically identical to you.
Yeah, but you know what they're doing with those robots too? Just like they did with the dolls. They make them look sexual. That's how perverted they are.
Now, I'm going to tell you, most of y'all who can't get your sexual proclivities under control, that is a huge vulnerability when these sex robots finally roll off the industrial line. When they can look the part, move the part, and talk the part, most of you guys are finished. Because all you got to do is have a robot twerking and throw it in a circle, and most of you niggas is done.
You know, see what they did with that little robot puppy, right?
Oh, yeah, the little fuzzy puppy over in Asia, got everybody going crazy and shit. I saw it. When I saw it, even I had to pause for a second. I was like, I don't know how to feel about this.
Right, exactly. I'm like, that look like it's real. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
It followed behind him like a real puppy.
Tell her to sit and all that. I'm telling you, man.
To those of y'all who don't understand the wiles of the devil that are coming upon the earth, you are at a huge disadvantage. That's why you are supposed to be reading. You are supposed to be studying to show yourself approved. A workman that need not be ashamed. But most of our people, when they're called to account, they're ashamed. Why? Because they haven't been studying to show themselves approved. Brother, can you look that up, that little dog, the robot dog, real quick? I want you to see this before this lesson's over. Because those of y'all who haven't seen this type of stuff, man, you need to understand, man, your enemy, he's about to roll out all the shit that is completely unavailable to the public. There's a rule of thumb when it comes to technology. We're about 50 years behind the latest and greatest that you see commercial. Yeah, it looks like a real dog. This brother ain't got no YouTube Premium over here.
There you go. Look at that sucker.
It moves like a puppy. Put that in front of the camera. Let the camera see that. They got robot birds. They got robot dogs.
Crazy. Look at it. They got rabbit on here now.
Yeah, robot bunnies. You need to understand something. They're trying to roboticize everything. Remember that game Sonic the Hedgehog? How they had that fat cracker Robotnik trying to turn all the animals into robots?
Hell yeah.
That's what they doing. See, you would never think that a video game made 30 years ago would have been predictive programming for the present. But that's exactly why your enemy is as clever as he is. He tells you what's up in the most obtuse and remote ways possible. And most of us don't believe it when we see it. We think it's entertainment. We think it's just a diversion. Not understanding, he's telling you this is how I'm going to come kill you. And if you fall for it or you're not prepared, that's a you problem. For real. Is this not what you wanted? Hey, Marcus Aurelius had to ask him shit, man. Ain't you entertained? See, all you niggas talk about, man, I love AI, all that. Man, when that robot say, hey, man, you owe me $500, I saw you jaywalking. And if you ain't got $500 to come up off them credits, I'm taking you to prison. And you gonna follow behind me, because if you don't, every robot within a block's radius gonna turn on you and they gonna fire on you. See, right now, y'all think these robots are cuddly and shit because they look like trash cans rolling around. But they already showed you in Terminator what they plan to do. They plan to have them robotic little tank things with guns mounted on.
See, but they already got the dogs, the robotic dogs for police departments and shit now. They
Yep.
got the dogs, especially in China, they got the dogs. They rolling out all kind of drones, the dogs, all that shit.
Have you seen the EOD bomb disposal unit, the robot?
Yeah.
They send that in now when you lock yourself into a place and you say you got explosives and guns and shit, they send the robot in.
And that motherfucker got a gun on it.
It's got it. Not only does it have a gun, it can deploy tear gas and everything.
Yup.
They're already using it. See, most of y'all are not going to understand what's coming until it's in your face. And you're going, what is that? When our native brothers saw those ships come over with Columbus and them on them, they said, what is that? And then they did everything wrong in relation to who came off them boats.
So you made the point earlier that cats, nobody here is ready for what's to come. The shit that they're gonna see in the future during the end, when the breakdown start happening. Nobody's ready.
Nobody's ready because nobody thinks it's serious. See, again, that's why I keep trying to tell you, you blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, y'all keep telling yourselves that the white man had turned over a new leaf. He can't help himself. Molesting children, raping animals, and killing people. That is his bread and butter. It's what he's done all over the earth. It's what he's going to do when he finally dies and goes out like a cancer undergoing chemotherapy. He going to go out doing those things. See, and most of y'all are still trying to tell yourselves, nah, that ain't true. Not my white wife. Not my white friends. Derek at work, he'd never do that to me. Make Derek go 5 days without food and then put him around you and a bottle of ketchup or hot sauce.
You know, I always find it ironic. Every southern state I've ever been in, you see more niggas with white women than you do anywhere else. Which it really trips me out, being, the South,
But here's the thing. Now it's coming out just how much they like to slave play. See, again, it's not just the white man who's been bent spiritually. Because of all the oppression, all the rape, robbery, and murder, we've been bent too. We've been worn out. Why you think Shannon Sharp is now caught up because he wanted to choke that 19-year-old white woman? Even though he a big gorilla-looking nigga trying to choke a little white woman here in America, not understanding the times in which he lives in. It's because he has been bent spiritually. Why you think all these athletes keep falling for the same 1-2 punch? Over and over and over again. Because they can't get out of the whole rotation of being a slave buck. The plantation buck. Hell, Colin Kaepernick lets you know how they treat the NFL players. They go through the NFL combine, and they literally have to stand shoulder to shoulder while the owners come up and look them over like slaves. Literally.
One of the owners, one of the NFL.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Talking about penis sign for one of the players. Yup. I remember that. Wasn't that Jerry Jones?
Was it Jerry Jones? Yeah.
I think it was Jerry Jones. See, again, man, every so often the Most High God, he gives you a little window into that world of where you really exist. And most of you niggas don't believe it. You just go, well, that's just one person. Wasn't it Mel Gibson who told his wife that he hoped she got raped by a pack of niggers? Not just one, a pack. Like we are animals that just fucking roam around preying on white women. But this is how they believe blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans live. That's why we're trying to tell you to never trust your enemy, as the Bible says in Sirach 12:10. But most of y'all ain't gonna get it until it's too late. But let's keep reading, brother.
Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever.
So those of us who already know better, who've been studying the Bible, keeping the commandments, in that day, your countenance is going to shine among men. Because the Most High God is going to see to it that not only you remain safe, but he's going to see to it that you are a paragon of wisdom among your people in that day. Because the wisdom of this world is finally going to be counted for what it is. Foolishness. Right? Man, she got her headphones on. Remember that sister with the umbrella? Got time for the Bible, sister? She looked back toward the water. And like I said, man, see, again, man, people going to be trying to go to and fro, trying to figure out what's going on. But the people who are going to be inclined to tell you what's going on, we ain't going to be there no more. Because it's going to be a liability to tell somebody who's not necessarily unplugged from the system what's going on. Because they might just run back to the white man and tell on you. Oh, you know it. Especially a nigga who hungry. Most of our people, they can't go more than a day without eating. Some of our people, literally, they go from spot to spot, eating and drinking, eating and drinking. Now, all of a sudden, you got to go 2 weeks without a good meal.
Hey, you know what? It's already happening right now. Look at these rich stars because we got plenty of our people. Lil Meech, for example, tried to snitch on his homeboy just so he didn't have to go to jail for his boy took the rap because he threw all the shit on him.
Damn.
Yo,
I didn't even hear about that.
You got to see the video. They got the video out of Lil Meech fucking snitching on his boy, yo.
To the cops?
Right snitch to the cops, straight up.
Damn. I'm going to tell you, see, all you niggas who talking about, man, shit, I stand 10 toes down for my block.
Yeah, oh, right.
Nah, bro, no, you're not.
I can tell you right now, I worked on the other side of the fence. And I'm telling you, one thing is that interrogate, 95% of those motherfuckers tell them.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care what they say and how hard they are. They tell them.
I'm going to tell you, if somebody facing a football number, they're telling. If they say, yeah, Jaquavius, you are facing 30 years in the penitentiary, all you got to do is tell us a couple of people who are involved, and we'll even let you be anonymous. And we will give you immunity if you testify against your brothers.
Some might even do over 5 years.
Shit, them niggas be in there eating McDonald's, telling.
Well, and they make a joke out of it. You see those memes and those videos where you see the guy in the interrogate room, they done hooked his ass up with some good food, they were like, oh, that nigga about to see, you know? That's facts. That's just real.
So most of y'all don't even know. That's an interrogation tactic.
Yeah.
They make you wait for an extended period of time with no validation whatsoever. And then they wait till you get hungry, and then they bring you some food.
It depends on where you at. They can hold you for up to 12 hours without charges.
Yeah. And in some places, they can hold you for 2 days with no charges at all. That's just long enough to lose a job.
They'll make us forget about that where one of them's going in there eating something, but he ain't telling, then he gonna go
Eating pizza and shit. Yeah, man.
Why you got barbecue stains on the side of your mouth, bro?
No, we was fighting so hard, I knocked over some barbecue sauce right here. Nigga, on my shirt. But see, most brothers don't understand, man. That's what's happening when you're thinking like these worldly values are going to tie you together. See, that's why when we try to call each other Israelites and we're trying to tell one another that we are kings and priests on the earth, not only is it to acknowledge who we really are, but it is to build us up because we've been torn down for so long. And it's to let our people know, hey, look, although we are under oppression, we are bound together by our lineage and by our destiny to rule this planet. That's why you have the proverb, blood is thicker than water. But most people have forgotten what blood really means and where it comes from. And it comes by way of your fathers. But, let's keep going.
This is verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
They said drop the 9.
Yeah.
This is verse 9. And he said, Go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed to the time of the end. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand.
That's that brother.
Yeah,
Man.
I was just saying that.
So these two brothers in the right spirit, we got to speak to two people, two individuals, one old, one young. And because they are involved in wickedness, they don't understand anything biblical. See, and the thing is, one is bound by pride, and the other one is bound by self-determinate pride. That self-determination of I'm going to do it my way.
leaning on his own understanding.
Leaning on his own understanding. Couldn't have said it better myself.
No friction, no fear, did not.
You see, that brings a great point too when it comes down to not you know talking, but at the same time, we talk about the 2/3 and the 1/3, right?
How you doing, sister?
But going into that, go back to the wilderness, it's the same thing. Niggas that want to do their own thing, instead of understanding that there's a hierarchy, we must submit to the Most High God, and then of course our King, our Savior, Yahushua. Bye. Off with his head.
One of the things that I thank the Most High God for is Saul, King Saul. King Saul is the ultimate example of what it means to try to serve God on your own terms and even have the means to give what many would think would be a great sacrifice to the Most High through victory. Only for God to go, hey, look, I don't want none of that. Obedience is better than sacrifice. If you're not willing to obey, everything else is useless and unneeded. Yeah. Depart from me, ye workers of iniquity. See, most of our people don't realize, man, like when they say they're trying not to live a sinful life, but yet they don't know what sin is. You cannot define these terms yourself. You have to seek out of the book of the Lord and read. That's why that brother was sitting there basically trying to fight with all these worldly values, because he's been taught, like I was taught when I was younger, that learning is adversarial. If you're taught something, then you have to teach something in return. Otherwise, there's an imbalance and there's conflict as a result. When I can learn from my brother and I don't have to teach him anything. He freely received this word and he's inclined to freely give it. Why? I'll say it the way it really is. It gets blood off your hands. This ain't just a charitable, altruistic action. This is a selfish action. If I could teach this Bible in my drawers at home eating Doritos, I would. But guess what? That's not in the Bible.
God, there's soldiers of God and shit. But soldiers, this meaning that you have orders. There's instruction. There's instruction that you're supposed to follow as a soldier. That's the instruction. You're not
Here
willing
it
to
is.
fire, so why you talking about you don't want to follow? So how you gonna say you're a soldier?
Most people who say they a soldier ain't never been in an army or a soldier in any capacity. That's why people try to brag about being a soldier. I've been in the military. I'm going to tell you, if you think you're going to do what you want to do in this white man's military, you're going to have a hard time in life in general. You will find yourself at Leavenworth, breaking big rocks into little rocks, day in and day out. Or you will find yourself in a prison somewhere, a federal prison. Right? So if the rules for following a code of military justice in the white man's military is that high, why is it all of a sudden unthinkable that God has standards that exceed that? Most people don't even think if the Most High God is a man of war and we are his troops, then there is a code of military justice that we must follow in order to be in regulation with his army. Yeah. But here's the thing. You can say all these things, and more times than not, blacks and Hispanics ain't trying to hear that. They think I can serve God on my own terms. How you doing, sister? You believe in the Bible?
Yep.
Before you go, you know what tribe you come from in it?
I have to do the work like now.
Well, is your father a black man? You from the tribe of Judah, same tribe as Christ, all right? Keep the commandments. Fly shoes, by the way. Yeah, got that Grandmaster J. She gonna start break dancing on some cardboard boxes. Gonna start windmilling and shit. And see, and that's the thing. That was our culture, man. We gave that to the white man too. We gave, and not to mention, we gave that to the Chinese man. Now he the b-boy king. I ain't gonna lie, he ain't bad at it.
I ain't gonna lie, they still can't do, in my opinion, that I don't know, I think he's from Nigeria, son, the black dude, French guy named Junior.
Yeah, I've heard of him. Like the push-up master. Yeah. Junior bad. He a bad cat.
Boy.
Yeah. I know you're talking about. I didn't know he was from Nigeria.
I think he's from Nigeria, man.
You sure it's not Congo?
Wait, is it Congo? It might be. I don't know.
It's somewhere in Africa though. He got that Congolese build, probably about 5'7", 5'8", super stocky and super strong.
He got a birth defect where he got one leg longer than the other one.
Mhm. But he's the push-up king. Any way to do a push-up, brother, is on lock with it. But see, that's the thing. That's you being stronger than the other people. That's the salt that the Most High God put on his people. But we're in a hurry to give that to our enemies. See, that's why Daniel had to be told, man, like, basically go your way and seal the book until knowledge is increased. See, most of the things that the prophets of old got revealed to them, they didn't know what it meant. They just had to trust that the Most High God was going to use it to the benefit of their people in time. Yep. And they would always get the same response. That's not your lane, brother. John the Revelator, I'm going to tell you, John the Revelator is a stronger man than me because he was shown a lot of things, and unlike Ezra, he was not given the sense of what he was shown in more cases than not. That's the one thing about when you read 2nd Ezra, all of Ezra's visions, the angel came and he explained it to him. Number one. Give me Deuteronomy 7:6 while the sister's in the area. Yeah, buddy, we're going to read this to her while she's here.
It's Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So our sister from the tribe of Judah, she is above all the other women that are upon the face of the planet. See, again, nobody's going to tell our sister that her hair is special. How she walks, talks, and dances is special. They're going to tell you in order to be an accepted black woman, you got to put a wig on your head. You got to act like a stereotype. You got to be like Mammy. You got to be wearing blonde and blue and all this other anime shit on yourself. See, and I'm going to tell you, the Most High God got her steps going every which way around here. See, the Most High God doing it to you. Hey, give me Isaiah 30:20 real quick. GPS spinning in a circle, ain't it?
It's Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner any more, but thine eye shall see thy teachers, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand and when ye turn to the left.
See, again, man, that's why it pays to preach to your people, even if they got 2 minutes. Because if it's meant for them, they can't do anything about it. See, again, you think, oh, man, GPS, that's a system independent. No, God can use anything he wants to use. God can make your GPS point to a damn camp and it never move off that camp spot. And you be sitting there punching your damn phone going, what the hell is wrong with this thing? Meanwhile, the only thing wrong with it is that you ain't listening to the prophet that's in front of you. That's what's wrong with it. And again, she said she ain't had no time, but guess what? God made time, because now you got lost. Got lost right around the speaker, so now you don't got a choice but to listen. But see, we're just out here to let the sister know. Keep God's commandments. Our message is not more complex than that unless you have time to listen. But see, here's the thing. Now, some seeds got strewn about. Somebody told me I was from the tribe of Judah, and yeah, I really didn't have time to listen, but now that I'm in front of this other camp spot, I got more time. How did Paul say it? Basically like Apollo watereth, and God yields the increase. Some brothers are going to sow the seed, some brothers going to water the soil, and then the Most High God determines whether that seed bears fruit or not. See, again, that's why it's important. It's important that you take every opportunity to reach your people, whether they will hear or forbear. Because more times than not, our people are going to say they don't want to hear it. But when they do hear it, a lot of times the message is going to cut so deep that they're going to have to ask a question. They might not ask you because they're mad at you, but they're going to ask somebody, right? Where we at? Yeah, keep going.
Daniel chapter 12, verse 11. And from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abomination that maketh desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days. Blessed is he that waiteth, and cometh to the 1,330 days. But go thy way to the end. But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot, and at the end of the days.
So those of our people who are meant to receive this truth, who are meant to be redeemed out of Babylon and the many places we've been scattered to, by repenting and coming back and keeping God's commandments so that they can be found worthy to be preserved, that has already been foreselected. It is a foregone conclusion who's going to listen and who's not. That's why us as teachers, we are not meant to make that determination. We are only here to teach. Whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. And just because a man forbears in front of you doesn't mean he will forbear forever. Sometimes you make so much sense that they can't help but think about it. And you see them a few months later, and they're like, man, I had some questions, but I was too mad in the moment. But I'm here now. You got time for the Bible, sister? Again, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. And I say this to my Hispanic brethren. How about them kids in them cages at the border? How about them ICE agents picking y'all up? Y'all had enough yet? Because if you have, you can come back and serve the God of the Bible so he can get this white man's foot off of your neck and off your... Well, I ain't going to say the rest. Right? I normally say more, but I ain't going to say the rest.
These niggas came down to fuck up our Haitian brothers, Levites, up in Brooklyn, they whooped their ass.
Oh, I saw that. That was beautiful.
See, and that's the thing. That's the thing about these Haitian brothers, right? The Levites have it right. If it come down to fighting their enemy, they will fight their enemies with sticks and stones if they have to. Because they have full faith in whatever God they pray to, whether it's the Most High of the Bible or Voodoo or whatever. They at least have faith. And they will put that faith into practice. The rest of you tribes, man, y'all talk a good game, but y'all niggas is largely ineffective. About to bounce, brother?
Like 50 said. He said you're a Pop-Tart.
Brother Adalia, man.
Hey,
It's good to see you, brother.
Good to see you guys too, man. Miss you, man.
Hey, man, come join us every Saturday, man, if you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna make time. My spirit needed it. I was like, I'm going to see my bros today.
All right, man.
Hey, it's good
You need
to see
some more?
brothers. Huh? Oh, no, I'm good.
I got some. I seen you pulling up. I got excited. I was like, shit. I seen you when you was coming.
I was looking from the distance. I was like, are they there? Oh, shit. All right, the water, King.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so,
All right, King.
I'm definitely going to see you brothers again, most definitely. I'm going to hit you up, though, you know.
Yes, sir.
All right, what do you got for study class for?
Man, brother, I can't get enough people to show up. So if you're willing to show up, I'm willing to do it.
All right.
Just let me know.
All right.
All right.
What's up, brothers, man? It's good to see you.
Shalom, man. Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Right? See, and it goes without saying, man. We love our people. I say it all the time, man. I'm willing to die 100 times for my people. But I'm not going to throw my life away for a coon. See, and that's something that you blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you're going to learn in these days, man. Those of y'all who've gone out of your way to distance yourself from your people, they want to turn around and say, well, where the blacks at? How come they don't help me? It's like, we're not throwing our lives away from somebody who sympathizes with our enemy. Them days are over with, man. Ain't nobody doing that. And that's something that y'all are going to have to internalize, man, because the Most High God, he is drawing lines out here. Lines that you cannot cross, at least safely. So I'm going to tell you, y'all who want to keep crossing these racial boundaries, you're going to find yourself dying in mountains and shit. Did you hear about them 2 teenage boys? I think it's like up in Virginia, West Virginia, some shit. They got found dead up in some mountains dealing with a white girl. So not only did the brother who was with the white girl get killed, but his brother with him got killed. And they don't even know what happened to them. They don't know if they were lynched. You know, if it was multiple people, one person, ambushed, they don't know. Just found them in the mountains. And their parents are saying, man, they would have never gone to those mountains. Because the cops are saying it's a suicide. Yeah, just like the man who was found hanging up in New York. Cops said it was a suicide with no investigation. Yeah, and here's the thing. The white man has done a real good job of portraying you black people out here like you just one step away from ending it all. He's done a really good job of portraying you as very unstable and self-destructive. See, and the best way to counter that narrative is to not be those things. But instead, we think we could just say with that, nuh-uh, no, we're not, and that's going to settle the argument. Not understanding that this media system is his. From the foundation all the way to the top, it's his.
It doesn't even matter what the family say on that same media. So, oh no, he was happy. They're gonna put that shit on the road.
If your
They're gonna paint their narrative.
I'm gonna tell you, if something happens to you and your parents get on live, say like a cop were to kill me in cold blood, if my parents don't get on the mic talking about we forgive and we love everybody, they gonna kick them off the air. Because you ever wonder why you don't hear any of these black parents going, man, I want the person who did this to pay in blood. You don't hear that. It's not that they don't ever say it. It's just when they do say it, they can't get screen time. Because this white devil knows I cannot have a rabble-rouser among the niggas. That's why they call in people like Jesse Jackson, Quanell X, Al Sharpton. Yeah, hey man, go get them niggas back in line so they'll clock in on Monday. See, again, man, y'all don't understand, man. This dragon is coming down on us with great wrath. And those of y'all who are meant to repent, you're going to come to repentance and you're going to thank God for it. But those of y'all who are meant to be vessels for destruction, you're going to be hard-headed ass niggas until the end and you're going to get put to death. But, brother, can you go ahead and get me Acts 3:18 through 26? Because the prophecies of the Old Testament have largely been fulfilled. Not all of them, but most of them. Most of the prophecies that are indicative of the end being close or nigh have already come to pass. Right? But go ahead and get it.
It's Acts chapter 3, verse 18. But those things which God before had showed by the mouth of all his prophets, that Christ should suffer, he hath so fulfilled. Repent ye therefore, and be converted, that your sins may be blotted out, when the times of refreshing shall come from the presence of the Lord. And he shall send Jesus Christ, which before was preached unto you, whom the heaven must receive until the times of restitution of all things, which God has spoken by the mouth of all his holy prophets since the world began.
See, we're supposed to be repenting. In light of the times that we live in, you Israelites, which are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians largely in this hemisphere of the world. But if you're so-called Filipino, there's a good chance that you are of the bloodline of the Aztecs. Right? Or at least there's a good chance, simply because of the Ruta de la Plata, where they were taking our Mexican brothers over to Manila and places throughout the Philippines via the triangle trade that the Spanish established between the Philippines and Mexico. Right? But you are to be repenting in these days because time is short and the Messiah is very close. He's already on his way. If I had to speak as a man. Shit, I don't know if y'all been keeping track of all these reports that that NASA and the ISS, the International Space Station, been releasing. How they keep seeing all these craft that are like multiple sizes times the Earth. They had one fly by the sun. They said it was over 3 times the size of the Earth. And they said it's just hanging out, doing laps. All these damn craft that are showing up on all these war zones all over the Earth. I'm talking about where they're dropping bombs. You got Cherish just sitting there going, yup, everything's in order. See, most of y'all don't understand what's going on because you ain't reading, man. And because you ain't reading, your enemy is able to lie to your face. If you still tuning into MSNBC and Fox News for your actual news, you lost. All them niggas do is lie. And even sometimes they even have to tell the truth. The damn chariot just be right there. They be like, well, it's a weather balloon. Lie be so damn, ridiculous. You be like, yo, that can't be true. But even they have to show you at least what's happening. And many of y'all are still asleep because you want to trust this white devil so much. And you going to get exactly what you want. This devil going to bring war to your doorstep. Because everybody love the way the white man get down when they a coon until the white man get down the way he get down on them. All of a sudden, hey, you weren't supposed to do this to me. I'm one of you. I'm an American. How many of these Hispanic people saying that right now? Why am I being deported? I'm American. I was born here. We bleed red. I pay taxes. I voted for Trump. See, again, man, that's why Sirach 12 has to let you know, man. It's like, man, when you get betrayed, man, you're going to remember that the Bible told you not to trust your enemy. You're going to be pricked therewith. But, brother, can you... Actually, let's keep going. Till 26, right? You stop at 22.
Verse 22, for Moses truly said unto the fathers, a prophet shall the Lord your God raise up unto you of your brethren, like unto me. Him shall ye hear in all things whatsoever he shall say unto you. And it shall come to pass that every soul which will not hear that prophet shall be destroyed from among the people.
See, and this is what we're trying to warn our people of. Like that brother earlier who said, hey, man, I got my own path. If you don't hearken unto the words of the Messiah who told you to keep the laws of Moses, he told you to keep the laws of God in the Old Testament, to remember the old paths, as it says in the book of Deuteronomy. It's like, yo, he's literally governing his life as a Christian, saying he knows God, but in his actions, he denies God at every turn. See, that's why we have to let our people know, man, you have to search these scriptures to show yourself approved. You cannot be out here talking about you love God and yet you do nothing to demonstrate that love for God. I'm about to say, man. Nah, you good? I thought we was gonna have to call the ambulance, man. Yeah, there's a ramp right there, man. Yeah. So we're talking about the Bible, man. So we are out here to let the real Israelites know to repent and keep God's laws. Do you know who the real Israelites are? Not necessarily. So there was a people or a person whose name was changed to Israel in the Bible. Remember Jacob? He wrestled an angel. His name was changed to Israel, and he had 12 sons. Those who are the sons of, basically the sons of Jacob, are the real Israelites. But the people over in Israel today, are they the sons of Jacob? Okay, so let's see. Well, but how would they be the sons of Jacob when the son... Okay, I know what you mean. But the descendants of Jacob would be held to a certain standard. They would have to keep God's laws, or they would suffer curses. Let's get some of these curses and let's see if they fit. So give me Deuteronomy 28 and 15, and then just read 16 right after that.
It's Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Curse shalt thou be in the city, and curse shalt thou be in the field.
So whoever the Israelites are, if they don't keep God's commandments, they would be cursed in the city and in the field. This is a pretty lawless world, correct? Everybody's sinning, doing what they want to do. So if those are the real Israelites in Israel today, why aren't they cursed in the city and cursed in the field? And here's a way you can apply that. Why is it when they go out their house, they're not worried about a cop pulling them over and killing them in cold blood? Let's get another one. Can you get me verse...
God bless y'all, bro. Our students are about to die.
Huh?
Our students are about to die. We might come back later and listen to y'all, but what time are y'all going to be here?
Oh, we'll be here.
Right.
Yeah, probably another hour.
All right, we'll come back after our...
They gonna bring more white people. For real, man. See, again, man, and it's like I said, man, it's playing onto the righteous, but stumbling blocks onto the wicked. That's why, see, when you read this Bible, man, you have to understand this book is sealed. like we read in the book of Daniel 12. This book is sealed. You cannot just pick the Bible up and read it like you're reading Kelvin and Hobbes and shit. You know what I'm saying? You reading it like you reading down Boondocks, the comic strip. See, and that's why most of y'all are lost out here, because you're trying to read it like you read Harry Potter, and it don't go down that way. See, you have to confirm things through the mouth of 2 and 3 witnesses. You can't just be going, oh, okay, well, God love everybody, and close the book. Because if God loved everybody, why did he kill everybody but 8 people? I have questions. And these are simple questions that anybody who dares to pick up the Bible should ask. If people keep telling you that Christ loves everybody, why is it that Christ is saying that those mine enemies that would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me? Why is Christ saying, I pray not for them, or I pray not for the world, but those that thou hast given me? Give me John 17. We're going to get that right now. Kerrville. I'm going to tell you, I bet there's a lot of people sitting in the rubble of their house asking, does God still love them? Up in Kerrville. 17. See, and we be trying to tell our people, man, it ain't personal, bro. It's just business. You know what I'm saying? People be trying to make this shit personal. It's like, man, you getting awfully personal with a man when God said these things. You know what I'm saying? God put the word and the spirit in his prophets to say the things that they said when they said them. So why you getting mad at me? But give me verse 9.
Verse 9? User?
It's John 17, verse 9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. And all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. And now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world, and I come to thee, Holy Father, keep through thine own name those whom thou hast given me, that they may be one as we are.
That's a cut to the Trinity, by the way, because Christ is hoping that we could be one with the Father as he is. But that's something that we have to remind our people of. Christ ain't praying for everybody. Hey, man. Shit, very well might have. Shit, last week, man, when I started camp, there was a nigga flying around a drone right near me. He was buzzing me with the drone. Come on. You 1 of 3 viewers, right? That's the only way my videos stay up, man. Ain't enough people seeing them. Hey, man, I'll take it. But, you know what I'm saying? So we have people who are over here spying on us. And see, once I said, hey, man, if I knock that shit down, all of a sudden you're going to get mad. All of a sudden you want to fly it away. See, again, man. See, most of you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you don't understand. You're going to have to choose. You're going to have to choose to remain conjoined unto your enemies, or you're going to have to choose to follow the Most High God through keeping his commandments and having faith in his Son, that you're going to be redeemed out of Babylon or out of your oppression. And you're going to have that faith beyond the care for your own life. And I'm going to tell you, that type of faith is going to be in short supply. No, it's still going. It just started flashing or something. About to say, man, it killed the batteries, man. But see, we're trying to let our people know, man. Christ wasn't, he ain't come for everybody like that. He ain't concerned about everybody like that. And see, now them Edomites, they're going to go get a bunch of young kids only to come over here and find out they ain't going to be preserved. Because they ain't pulling no punches just because they're young, man. Fuck all that, man. If you want to get indignant, I'll hose all you niggas down with mace. Shit, man, you'll get rebuked in more ways than one, man. See what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, this message don't change, man, just because you young or you big, you small, you rich, you poor. God is not a respecter of persons. There's only one people group that the Most High God respects. Give me Exodus 2 and 25. Most High God is only respecting one group of people. And most of y'all are not familiar with that group of people, hence why you think God loves everybody.
Exodus chapter 2, verse 25. And God looked upon the children of Israel, and God had respect unto them.
Short and to the point. The Most High God looked upon the children of Israel, and he had respect unto them. Give me Isaiah 40.
Keep it down.
How y'all doing, man? Are you Mexican, brother?
She's got the power, man.
Okay, just know y'all are Israelites, and y'all are kings walking the earth, all right? Keep God's laws, y'all.
I'm an Israelite mixed with a Jew and a Philistine.
What's your father?
My father is Pharaoh.
You said Jacob?
Pharaoh.
Jesus? Jesus from the tribe of Judah, man.
Now, our father is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Man.
There you go. We Israelites. There you go. All praises, man. Be safe out here, brother. Yeah, go down. No. Keep going. Keep going. The nations. There it is. 17.
Just 17 or keep going?
No, just keep going.
Isaiah 40, verse 17. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing, and vanity. To whom then will ye liken God, or what likeness will ye compare unto him?
How you doing, King? Got time for the Bible? Okay. Well, do you believe in it? So what do you think about them kids being shoved in cages at the border? What do you think about your people being shoved in cages at the border? Did you know the Bible has the answer for how that can stop? All right, man. Too cool for school, man. I keep saying it, man. Only the Most High God could give the wisdom and the way to get all this oppression to stop. And the Israelites just go, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit. But you heard what I said earlier, man. Our people will do anything except for keep the commandments. They'll do anything, man. They will sit here and tell you to basically keep the tenets of Satan. Talking about, man, you got to look within yourself, right? And then once you see within yourself, you just do what you tell yourself. It just... And you notice the more he talked, the worse it got. And see, he's never had anybody tell him, like, hey, man, you know the stuff that you're saying? That's from the tenets of Satan. That's why you're saying that. Most of that stuff you believe, and this is something I had to realize when I was a grown man of about 20-something. Most of the ways I acted and interacted with people on this earth was from a cartoon. You know, that naivety that cartoon characters tend to have, where they believe everything that they're told. That's how most of us behave. Not even understanding that your enemy conditions you to be that way, so that when he comes with a lie, you're willing to believe it. Yeah. Amen. So this devil, man, he puts things in your path where if you're really listening, you go, oh shit, that's what I've been raised by. Brother Amal was talking about Cable Guy. You know, that movie with Jim Carrey from the 90s. And his character, he said he was raised by the TV. Well, how many of us were raised by television? In the modern day, how many of y'all raised by TikTok and Facebook? See, again, man, most of y'all are conditioned to love your enemy by your enemy. It's just got a black face on it. You might be on black Twitter, but black Twitter is telling you to vote. Vote Republican, Democrat, don't matter. Telling you to love everybody. Telling you you're American. Lying to you. But see, they allow those platforms to exist simply because they condition you to play into this nation that has your people in slavery. It conditions you to be a pliant servant. Pliant meaning you're malleable. You could be shaped and molded to fit different categories, positions, or jobs. Can you look that up? There should be a term on that. Because that's something that we're trying to tell blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You need to come back to your heritage. Believe in the Bible, sir? Too cool for school? See, again, man. See, we out here letting our people know, man, what's happening to the Hispanic man is completely horrible, terrible, and their enemies should go into slavery for it. But our Hispanic brothers look at us with suspicion. They look at us like it's our fault. But we're the ones who openly tell them that this land is Mexico. We're the ones openly telling them that they are God's chosen. But see, if the white man says, hey, I got a job for you, you're hired, all of a sudden, undivided attention. See, and I can't fault my people too much because we went through a lot of brutality to be contorted into what we are today. But the Most High God demands that you wake up and be better. Brain rot is a slang term particularly popular among younger generations, describing the supposed decline in mental and intellectual abilities due to excessive exposure to trivial or unchallenging online content. It's often associated with internet slang and trends prevalent among Gen Alpha and Gen Z. That's all we need. And I'm not going to lie, that's a very apropos way to describe what's happening with the young people. It's very hard to reach them because their minds are occupied with useless trivia, useless knowledge, useless trends, and quite frankly, self-destructive modalities of behavior, thought, and action. How many of our people think it's somehow, gaining clout to go somewhere and just be a complete nuisance to everyone? And then you'll have tens of thousands of people watching that one person be a nuisance, giving that person money so he can go all around the world being a nuisance. Remember that dude, Johnny Somali? He's in prison in another nation right now because he was going to nations like Japan, going all over the earth, rabble-rousing, and quite frankly, being very disrespectful to the cultures of the people he was interacting with. And eventually, he did it in the wrong nation. Now his ass is in prison. But see, the young people, they love this type of culture. But see, when you try to wake them up to the fact that there are, for instance, man, I'm gonna have to look that up. There's actually paperwork that they've uncovered for weather manipulation here in Texas. They're trying to address the drought situation here in Central Texas. And they've outlined how they're gonna do it with the geoengineering, the spraying, cloud seeding. Why y'all think that flood happened in Kerrville like that? See, again, man, that's the type of stuff that should have your undivided attention. Right? When Vladimir Putin revealed all those black Russian icons, our people should have been going, wait a minute, why is all the artwork from Russia of black people? I didn't think there were black people in Russia, for one. And two, I didn't know all the figures in the Bible were black. But because our people are more concerned about does Cardi B in fact cook and clean? You know what I'm saying? And here, you know what the crazy part is? She does in fact cook and clean, or at least she did when she was married. There was a stream she had one time where her daughter, one of her songs came on. She rushed up to the camera, turned the music off, and took her daughter into another room. So even when inadvertently they show you the right thing to do, our people are fully dedicated to doing the wrong thing, which is completely crazy, but not unprecedented, right? Because that's what blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians love to do the most. Oh, yeah. But see, that's why the Bible talks about the covenant with hell being disannulled in the book of Isaiah. All these deals our people have cut with the so-called white man to destroy our people. The Most High God is going to disannul all those contracts because they never had power of attorney over themselves to make such a contract. Oh, definitely not. Because every time you look behind the scenes, these people keep their own kids away from all the things that they do to destroy others. Like Steve Jobs wouldn't let his children use iPads or iPhones. Bill Gates doesn't let his children use Microsoft computers. Slock, here you go. But see, it's something that we have to continue to drive the point home on, man. You have to return back to your people and keep the commandments. Believe in the Bible? Hey, man, he making it awkward, man. He looking at somebody like he got something to say. I'm like, hey, man, what's wrong with you? You mad you going into slavery or what? So I'm gonna tell you, we was mad too. Didn't help. Didn't help. And I'm gonna tell you, I know a lot of you crackers mad right now, and guess what? It still ain't helping. Apparently, y'all ain't mad enough to go pick them crops that's rotting in y'all fields because you fired all your damn labor. See, and again, the white man ain't never mad enough to do the right thing, but he just mad enough to do the wrong thing, and persecute people ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That's just how he is. But anyway, hey, brother, can you go ahead and grab me 2nd Ezra 9 and 1 through 2? Because we got to verse 26, right? In Acts 24? All right, finish that.
It's Acts chapter 3, verse 24. Yea, and all the prophets from Samuel and those that follow after, as many as have spoken, have likewise foretold all these of these days. Ye are the children of the prophets, and of the covenant which God made with our fathers, saying unto Abraham, and in thy seed shall all the kindreds of the earth be blessed. Unto you first God, having raised up his son Jesus, sent him to bless you, in turning away every one of you from his iniquities.
Yes, after that, give me 2nd Ezra 9 and 1 and 2. So as it's been written aforetime for our learning, it's the exact same message in the present, right? We are trying to get our people to turn from iniquity and to repent, knowing that it is high time to awake out of sleep in lieu of the things that are coming up on the earth. See, again, man, that's why it's so difficult to have these conversations with blacks, Hispanics, and Indians and have them turn their back on you. Meanwhile, they turn their back on you to go into a world and suffer. Because here's the thing. We know that all of our people are out here suffering, whether you're suffering, squalor and poverty, or you're suffering directly under the heel of your enemy as he oppresses your people. We understand, but the reality is you're not going to get out by your own designs. You're not going to have those things come to a cessation, right, or to a stop simply by hoping or organizing grassroots movements. That's not going to do it. You're going to have to come back to what God told you to do, because God is the party or the power who sent these oppressors over here. And if he's the one who sent them, he can certainly take them away. But, brother, go ahead and get it.
Yes, sir.
2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
All praises, right? So in lieu of the times that are upon the earth, right, we know that it is time to bid our people to repentance, right? It's time for us to, basically, it's almost like you're about to have an inspection. If you've ever been in anything that's military oriented, inspection day is the day to be on point. And that's exactly what's about to come up on the earth, a final judgment, where everyone's going to have to pass a inspection of sorts. And see, this inspection is going to take into account all of the things done in your vessel. And see, and that's something you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians don't understand. There is a code of behavior and ethics that you were to adhere to the entire time. See, and those under the sound of my voice, if you are black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, you should be asking, what code of ethics and standards is that? And it's the commandments of the Most High God, for they were given for your learning. Give me Deuteronomy 4 and 5 real quick. Because, see, the Most High God didn't give these standards and judgments to everyone, right?
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither you go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great, who hath God so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for. And what nation is there so great that has statutes and judgments so righteous as all the law which I set before you this day? Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently.
Right? So the Israelites were given the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. The wisdom and knowledge and judgments. Right? See, that's why when people try to say the Bible is for everybody, I would love to know the proof of that. That's B Rabbit. What you talking about? Yeah, man, that's B Rabbit. You know what I'm saying? Give me a Psalms 147. You believe in the Bible, brother? Yeah? What tribe you come from in it, do you know? Too cool for school, man. See, again, you believe in the Bible, but you don't know. You got to be an Israelite to receive this truth. Even though he might be an Israelite, no interest in finding out what that means. Because if I ask him, how do you love God? He don't have a clue. He's going to tell me, well, you just pray and you seek God with all your heart. Oh, and love the white man. Don't forget that one. See, the Most High God told you expressly how to love him in 1 John 2. Hell, he told you in the book of Deuteronomy as well. See, again, man, this lesson is reoccurring throughout the Bible. That's why I know most of our people professing to love God don't know the first thing about the God they say they love. Hence why if I ask you, when's the last time you kept Passover? There'll be nothing but crickets. Yeah, what's that? Oh, that thing where Moses, where the firstborn of every creature got killed, but those who put the blood on the door. Yeah, I know about that. I know about that. I'm supposed to do something about that. It's like, yeah, it's a holiday to keep in perpetuity. But see, again, if you love the Most High God, those are the things that you would fix your attention on. And you would be knowledgeable about such things. See, again, that's why the Most High, through his prophets, had to say, though they draw near me with their lips, through their actions they deny me. Everybody's saying I love God, I love Jesus, but when it comes to actually doing the things that they say, ain't got time for that. But go to the bottom, last two verses. Shit, hold on. Yeah.
Psalms 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
Now go to Baruch 4 for me. And 3 and through 5. 3 through 5. See, we're just proving a point, man. We're getting 2 and 3 witnesses to show the Most High God didn't give his statutes and judgments to all nations. He gave them to the Israelites.
Baruch chapter 4, verse 3. Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to God are made known unto us. Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel.
See, the Most High God, he made known the things that are pleasing unto him, unto the Israelites. See, that's why David had to say, I delight to do thy will. Give me that. I delight to do thy will. Oh, my God. See, we be trying to tell our people, man, if you call yourself serving God and Jesus, man, you need to understand how to do it. It's not a matter of you self-determining what you think is good for God or good for Christ. They already told you what they want from you. And if you give them anything less than that, they don't want it. Yeah, go ahead and get that.
Psalms chapter 40, verse 8. I delight to do thy will, O my God. Yea, thy law is within my heart. I have preached righteousness in the great congregation. Lo, I have not refrained my lips. O Lord, thou knowest.
So what we're doing right here is the same thing that King David would do amongst his people. I think amidst as well. Nah, it don't matter. But In the midst of the Israelites, King David constantly extolled the values of serving God and keeping his commandments. Hell, you read chapter 119 in the book of Psalms, and you see that ad nauseum, right? I can literally read the book of Psalms 119, and I could just search through it and just pick out where King David is extolling the values of keeping the commandments over and over and over and over. You don't want to come see your sister? Hey man, I know when you walking with the white man, shit, you gotta choose. Your brothers are the white man, and you choose the white man. So have fun. Give me Isaiah 13 real quick, and start at verse 14. See again, man. We see it for what it is. Yeah, go ahead and get it.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 14. And it shall be as a chaste robe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up, that shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. Every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished.
See, the white man pretending to be nice and civil right now. But see, we're coming into the times where you're going to have to choose. You're going to have to choose to be loyal to your people and to your God, or to side with the oppressor. See, again, man, most of y'all don't understand, man. The Bible is literally telling you you are going to have to choose. Get me Psalms 32 real quick. Deuteronomy 32. Slide. See, most of our people, man, they think we just being spiteful. Not understanding, man. No, bro. The Most High God separated the nations. Start at verse 7 for me, please.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee. Thy elders, and they will tell thee. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
Again, man, we ain't making it up. Most High God chose a group of people. I know y'all might not like it, but it's the way it is. Most High God chose the Israelites. And if you are chosen as an Israelite, you need to separate from those who are not Israelites. As a matter of fact, let's get that in Sirach. I think it's Sirach 30. Let me get it real quick. Yeah, go ahead and get that. But there's something else. Hold on. You know that every kind loveth his like? I'll find it, but get that real quick.
Sirach 17, verse 17. For in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people, but Israel is his portion.
No, that's a good precept, though. We can get that. Is it 18? Yeah, it's basically people need to separate and be with their own people. So go to Sirach 13 and 15 and read down from there. Yeah, the precept you pull, man, that works. That's Sirach 17. That's a mean one.
Sirach 13, verse 15. Every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like. What fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb, so the sinner with the godly? What agreement is there between the hyena and a dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor? Is the wild ass in the lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor? As the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor. A rich man beginning to fall.
So this is just the highlight, man. You're supposed to be with your own people. See, you blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians need to be asking, what agreement do you have with your oppressor and your slave master? What in common do you have with these people as they walk up and down this once beautiful land trying to turn it into an open air cave? You want to go outside and sit in the sun. He got to go inside and put sunscreen on. You want to feel the earth beneath your feet. He want to pave over it with concrete. You want fresh air to breathe. He want to fly around in a plane that pollute the sky and leave damn contrails everywhere. I mean, I'm trying to figure out, man, can two walk together except they be agreed? And that's a rhetorical question because the answer is hell no. But brother, can you get me Yeah, you were just there. We're going to go back to Sirach 17:17, but we're going to read down all the way to 20. All right? Because we need to understand, because we are God's chosen, his eyes are continually upon us. See, and this is something that most of y'all just don't understand as you try to say God loves everybody as if you're going to hide in the numbers. You don't understand. The Most High God's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Neither does his eye grow dim or weary. Most High God is continually watching you. Hey, say that shit again. Say that in the mic.
Trying to be a needle in a haystack, but they just don't know he's going to burn the haystack and pluck your ass out.
Our people don't realize, man, we are in the furnace of affliction, and this is a trial by fire. See what Brother Amon said? That's part of my lesson, man. 1 Corinthians 3. See, when that fire comes, if any man suffer loss, that's because you chose the wrong foundation to build your house on. See, the things that are meant to be burned away are going to be burned. But the things that are precious and meant to be purified, they're going to be preserved. See, again, man, the Most High God, he ain't looking at all your heathen friends going, damn. So how do I pluck him out without doing any harm to them? The Most High God is saying, man, I will burn every heathen I have to, if I have to. How many will you burn, the Most High? Enough. The most fearsome answer you could ever receive from somebody, if you ask them, what is it going to cost? They'll say, enough. That could mean barely anything. That could also mean everything. Yep. Till the Most High God is satisfied. He will do all his pleasure. Didn't the Most High God say all his counsel shall stand? And he will do all his pleasure? See, most of y'all don't understand the God that you serve, man. God will kill every last one of y'all if that's his will. And see, most of y'all don't understand. 2/3 of the Israelites, you about to get the business. So the Most High God has already let you know 2/3 of our people ain't going to make it for one reason or another. So to those of y'all who are called out of darkness to receive this truth, I would recommend that you get, you get on the good foot, as our brothers from, Tribe of Benjamin say. You know what I'm saying? Get on the good foot and get started in this walk, man. And stop arguing with this shit like you got a stake in it. The Most High God already told you what he wants you to do, so get started.
Hey, man. 17 and 20, right? Yeah.
Sirach 17, verse 17. For in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people. But Israel is the Lord's portion, whom being his firstborn, he nourisheth with discipline, and giving him the light of his love, doth not forsake him. Therefore all their works are as the sun before him, and his eyes are continually upon their ways. None of their unrighteous deeds are hid from him, but all their sins are before the Lord.
See, the Most High God is continually watching the Israelites. See, that's why we have to keep explaining to our people, man. You're not going to slip under the radar with your wickedness when it comes to the Most High God and his judgment. See, you were pre-selected to either get on this thing or to basically never receive it from the very foundations of the earth. Right? But brother, can you get me Sirach 33 and 10 and read down to 15? Because again, it's not personal, it's business. Most High God says he prefers one people over all others, and that he chose them to be his kings and priests on earth. And if the Most High God said it, then damn it, that's how it is. Go ahead and get it.
Sirach chapter 33, verse 10. And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth. In much knowledge the Lord hath divided them, and made their ways diverse. Some of them hath he blessed and exalted, and some of them he sanctified, and set near himself. But some of them he hath cursed, and brought low, and turned out their places. As the clay, as in the potter's hand, to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him, to render to them as liketh him best.
So some of y'all are saying, well, why did God choose a specific people to prefer over all others? How could God do that? Because God made everything, and he could do what he wanted to do with his creation. It ain't more complex than that. See, and that's why we have to come out to these highways and byways every Saturday to remind our people that they're chosen of God. How y'all doing, brother and sister? It's hot out here, man. Y'all believe in the Bible? You know what tribe you come from, Minute Elder? No? Are you so-called black man? You know you're an Israelite? So what should we be doing, Elder? Keeping the commandments, Elder. I mean, we can pray, but you got to keep the commandments. God don't hear the prayers of sinners. That's in John 9. So if I'm sinning, what good is it going to do me to pray? See, again, man, we keep trying to get to salvation by our own understanding. Not understanding, that's what gets you condemned. It's better if you had not known and you're found to be a sinner than if you knew damn well you were an Israelite and you still doubled down on being a damn sinner. Yeah, I mean, most of our people, man, they gave up a long time ago. See, and that's why sometimes, man, I despise talking to my elders, because I know I'm going to be disappointed. It's pretty much, it's a 90% chance of disappointment. It's like having the sky and it's got like thunder and lightning with heavy wind. You know that rain is right behind it. That's what it's like when my elder pulls up. It's a bunch of storm activity. I'm just waiting for the rain of disappointment. And I can hear it in the distance, right behind him. Every so often, though, I'm surprised. But see, that elder said he knew he was an Israelite. So that means that he's got a lot more stripes prepared for his back in judgment than somebody who isn't knowledgeable about this truth. And not to mention, they look like they pushing about 60-something. So that means you done had a long life in order to come to the understanding of who you are and what you're supposed to be doing. And you doubling down on being stupid and belligerent and insubordinate. Hey, man. Judah ain't never got enough of the ass whooping, man. Judah can always stand up and take another one on the back. See, it's funny, man. Yeah, for real, man. One more. See, and that's why we try to tell blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, man, you guys chosen. You believe in the Bible, sir? See, it's easy for the Asian man to try to ignore somebody until he wants some culture or he want to get some help. Hey, black people, come defend me. White man's beating me up. Stop Asian hate. But then when it comes to black folks needing Asian help, all of a sudden, I got to run my nail salon. I'm too busy. Oh, y'all got it. Y'all strong and all that. See, and again, if he's Filipino, there's a good chance that he goes back to the Mexican people. The Ruta de la Plata. See, a lot of our people don't understand, man. Israelites are scattered all over the earth. See, and he ain't doing nothing that our people don't do to us. They pretend like we ain't here. But if the white man busts him upside the head, he gonna be looking over here talking about black people, where you at? Civil rights. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, all that shit.
Stand together, we rise.
Yeah, man, talking about us colored people need to stand together. I didn't know you was colored all of a sudden. I thought you was Chinese or Japanese. I thought you had a nation that you claimed as your homeland. But now all of a sudden you stand under the banner of being colored. Because it's convenient. See, again, to you blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, in these days, you're gonna have to see through all these veils, these misdirections, and these illusions of inclusion. Because I'm gonna tell you, the harder things get, the more they're gonna come with the words of it's us and we and we're colored, and the umbrellas are gonna get wider and wider until everyone's under it. Even the people oppressing you are gonna stand under the same umbrella, saying that we're a team. as long as you do the work and come and pick my crops and, pay all these fucking bills that I put on you that are higher than what I put on my own people. But we're a team, though. As a matter of fact, get me Psalms. Oh, all the time. All the time, without fail. But get me Psalms, I believe, 50. Damn. Let me get the verse for you real quick. So get me Psalms 50 and start it at 15. Actually, start at 16.
Psalms chapter 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked God said, What hast thou do? What? But unto the wicked God said, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee? When thou sawest a thief, then thou contendest with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son.
So these words are directed at the wicked of our people oppressing one another. However, they are very appropriate for the heathen, right? When the Most High God, through his servant David, says, "What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, seeing thou hatest instruction?" You know what I'm saying? Why are they declaring declaring Jesus, declaring the statutes of God, or trying to? And they hate instruction. They hate reproof. Why? See, again, man, the white man will come up to you with a Bible in hand to try to disarm you from disliking him because of all the abuse, rape, robbery, and murder. But see, even the Most High God ain't hearing none of that, because he's like, yo, you shouldn't have my Bible in your hand in the first place. See, again, this is the standard that I keep talking about, that God has for the people that he has chosen. You cannot just say, oh, I serve God and God is stuck with me. No, God is the one who chooses who he has in his favor and who he has turned out of their places and who he has cursed. The Most High God chooses all these things. Right? Reread 16 one more time through 17, because I think it's very poignant. And then just read that from
Verse 16. But unto the wicked God said, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee? When thou sawest a thief, then thou contendest with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speak against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I will reprove thee, and set thee in order before thine eyes. Now consider this, ye that forget God, lest I tear you in pieces, but there be none to deliver.
See, our oppressors for the longest time, man, they've been thinking, well, nothing's happened to me. I've been calling on the God of the Bible, to their knowledge, right? I've been calling on the God of the Bible for hundreds of years, and God has blessed me immensely. Look at my family, look at my house, look at my riches. See, they don't understand that they were given rulership for a very defined period of time. See, and note in verse 22, where it says, now consider this, ye that forget God, lest I tear you in pieces. The Most High God is saying, hey, look, man, you better consider your ways in light of what judgment is coming upon the earth. See, again, they don't understand the judgment that's coming their way because they've been told that you don't have to keep the law, that God loves the sinner, not the sin. Not understanding that the Most High God requires that which is past. And the Most High God ain't judging the heathen like he judges his own children. That's why you're seeing America enduring all these floods. That's why you're seeing all these fires, all this economic upheaval. This is the judgment befalling America, and it's not going to stop until those who put the Israelites in slavery end up in slavery themselves. Give me a song, Numbers 33 and 35. Might be 35, 33. I always get I think it's 33, 35. I always get the order mixed up. Because see, again, just because the Most High God held his peace so that these heathen could fulfill prophecy, so that they would be worthy of the judgment coming to them, the Most High God knew from the very beginning how this thing would transpire. Yeah. It's 35. Yes, it's 35. Yes, ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are. Yeah.
Numbers chapter 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
See, again, you read things like that in the Bible, but a lot of us will ask, like, well, where's God's judgment on those who did those things? Because the white man had done that all over the earth. But see, just because the Most High God is long-suffering and not willing that any of his people shouldn't be given the chance to repentance, right? That don't mean he's going to acquit the heathen simply because he's long-suffering for us. There's just things that have to transpire upon the earth first. Don't worry, they're going to get their full judgment. And when they get it, they're going to be like a bad dream that passed away suddenly. Turn back their captivity, or turn back your captivity before thine eyes. Because see, it's very important that our people understand that the Most High God is going to turn our captivity back before our eyes. Yeah, get that. Well, let me see what's around it real quick. And it's almost 6 o'clock, so we probably gonna stop around 6:20, 6:30 maybe. Yeah, star 17.
Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 17.
No.
The Lord thy God in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing. I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly, who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been but put to shame. At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth, when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith the Lord.
So the Most High God is going to have us gathered, and he's going to relocate us back to our land. He's going to throw down our enemies. Yes, he's going to empower his people to do it, but he's going to throw down our enemies, and he's going to garner us praise all throughout the world. He's going to turn back all that afflicts us. See, we're right at the cusp of Jacob's trouble really starting to turn up the heat. But you got to understand, there's a very short time. So you're going to, like, the affliction is going to be acute, it's going to be sharp, it's going to be intense. But it's not going to be for a long period of time. You're talking about a few years tops, because this white man is about to destroy the earth. You know what I'm saying? Speaking as a man, I don't want to say I know for certain how long Jacob's trouble is. But, you know, we were told if you suffer tribulation 10 days, get that tribulation 10 days, something like that. Oh my God, get off my body. 10 days. It's basically talking about us enduring affliction, right? 10 days. Yeah, that's it. Revelations 2. Yeah, start at 9. That was part of molesting him. Yeah, just read
Revelations chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews, and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. For none of those things which thou shalt suffer, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. But be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcomes shall not be hurt of the second death.
So, to those who overcome, to those who are able to persist and endure all the afflictions that are about to come upon us, you're going to be rewarded vastly beyond your wildest dreams and expectations. Can you go with me to Sirach 18 real quick? This will probably be the last one, and we're going to get our favorite ones and get out of here. So I know you gotta get to work. Yeah, buddy. And start at verse 20 and read down to 24. Yeah, that'll work.
Sirach chapter 18, verse 20. Before judgment, examine thyself, and in the day of visitation thou shalt find mercy. Humble thyself before thou be sick, and in the time of sins show repentance. Let nothing hinder thee to pay thy vow in due time, and defer not unto death to be justified. Before thou prayest, prepare thyself, and be not as one that tempteth the Lord. Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end, and the time of vengeance, when he shall turn away his face.
So before that visitation, the day of gloominess and darkness and doom, before that day comes upon the earth, think about the things that you should be doing as an Israelite. Think about all the ways you've underperformed, and do better. Separate yourself from your enemies, and take heed of your friends. Separate yourself from these worldly carnal lusts, right? So that you can refocus on serving the Most High. So I'm going to tell you, if you leave it up to your enemies, you're going to be knee deep in your sins when the day of visitation comes. And that's something that no one's going to warn you about except for the men of the Lord out here who've been sent as watchmen to inform you of the judgment that is to come. Man, it's going to be a good day when the kingdom of heaven's on earth and the white man is in slavery. I cannot wait. It cannot happen soon enough. It really can. To see the people who destroyed this whole earth walking around so freely, having a good day, and our sisters walking behind them is even worse. How does that feel, by the way? I hope not. I really hope not. I pray that sister is not with that white man. I hope not. See, again, man, it goes without saying. The white man can't kill enough, can't rape enough, can't do enough dirt on this planet for our people to turn their back on him. Yeah, he turned around looking at her. Yeah, they together. That's what I'm saying, man. I hope she turned left and, nah, she going right behind him. I mean, damn, man, he ain't even walking with you, ain't even looking at you. Got you walking out here with your whole ass out. So how that working for you, sister? You got a white man pimping you out. How is that working for you? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I know your parents ain't proud. And here's the thing. I thought you got with the white man because he got a bag. What happened? So you still broke? So you didn't even get paid for selling out. You cannot make this shit up. You really cannot make this up. Meanwhile, this will be the same black woman on Twitter, Facebook, and social media talking about black men ain't shit, black men treat black women like trash. Meanwhile, the white man got you walking 30 steps behind him, dressed like a prostitute. You cannot make this up. See, again, man, that's why when we talk about the kingdom to come, man, we desire a better kingdom. Because this is not it. This is not it. Our people being so out of their minds that they're willing to accept abuse in position of a meaningful relationship with their own brothers. You cannot make it up. Well, we just read in Sirach where we're telling our people to analyze themselves, reflect on themselves, and improve themselves. Draw nearer to the Most High God according to his word, not further away. See, and I'm going to tell you, man, most of you black and Hispanic women with the white man, you being shown to be fools now. The white man is treating you exactly how he thinks of you, like a concubine and a servant. You aren't his wife. He ain't extolling you and talking about how great you are to his family, while his family calling you all types of niggers and colored and all this other shit. He ain't defending you. Most of the time, he joining in. Why? Because he don't love you. He can't love you. Because love is according to the commandments. See, brothers in the right spirit, most of our sisters don't even know how to love. So that's one thing I'll say about black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men. If we love you, we will follow what has naturally been put in us, our instincts to love you. We know to protect you. We know to provide for you. We know to try to do those things, although we might not be the best at doing them, because we are not taught how to do those things. But our sisters, man, that's why the Bible says, give me anything but the wickedness of a woman. Get that for me, by the way. Because when our sisters indulge in wickedness, man, it'll make you stand back going, oh my God. It's a wicked thing to want to get with the sons of your slave master. And why you get with one that look like Vlad from Vlad TV? Old saltless B-Rad looking ass nigga. Yeah, that's it. Sirach 25:13. Or is that 23? Yes, yep, get that.
Sirach chapter 25, verse 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman, and any affliction but the affliction from them that hate me, and any revenge but the revenge of enemies.
Right? So in the same way that you should not want the revenge or the vengeance of an enemy upon you is the same way that you shouldn't want the wickedness of a woman upon you. Because that is going to be the most unfiltered, most destructive form of wickedness on the planet. Listen to how women talk about how they're vengeful against one another. They try to destroy each other's lives. And it might all be because a girl in the office looked at her wrong. And they just don't click together. So now one of them is trying to destroy the other one's life and career. That's the wickedness that we're talking about. But see, that bed wench, I'm going to be a Sheba for the white man's spirit, the Most High God turned that on y'all. He took the clever and the crafty in their own wickedness. Now as y'all walk by with your white man, you ashamed. Because now the white man treating you like a piece of property. Like we told you he would. It's not even like we didn't warn you, sisters. We told y'all how the white man felt about you. Yep, you've been given over to your own delusions. Actually, get that in Romans 1 real quick. I know it's talking about homosexuality, but we need to highlight how the Most High God has given our people over to their own, sick fantasies. You want the white man so much so you can get a little money in your pocket? Most High God gave you over to your own delusion, and now look at you, unhappy. Destroyed. That sister looked like she didn't have no joy in her face. White man got his daughter next to him, but you walking 40 paces back, playing stepmammy to his fucking bastard seed. You gotta be kidding me, man. Start at 20, you know what? Start at 21.
Romans chapter 1, verse 21. Because that, when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, Neither were they thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds, and four-footed beasts, and creeping things.
You got to understand something. Our women, choosing the so-called white man to rule over them is a form of idolatry. Because how does the pecking order go? Most High God, the Son, then the man, then the woman. The woman's Lord is her husband. So if you're choosing the son of the slave master from the tribe of Edom, you are choosing a Lord that literally does not belong over you. You're choosing a rapist, a land thief, a child molester to place over you. See, again, man, our sisters don't understand the sick fantasies that drove them to place the son of the slave master over them. They don't understand how that's been inculcated into them. They've been indoctrinated to do that. That's why everywhere you look in these cartoons and movies, they show you a black woman with a white man. And they pretend like the white man is this gallant leader who's going to lead you to prosperity. Meanwhile, in real life, he's sitting there, he's slapping you around, calling you all types of racial epithets. Because he know that if you go to the cops are his friends, not yours. The powers that be are to perpetuate his white supremacy and his stance here in America, not yours. They ensure his property is protected, not yours. That's why when you see our sisters getting divorced from these white men, a lot of times the white men don't even work. That's one thing these sisters also don't tell you. She might have been walking behind that crack and she paying all his bills. See, all you independent women talking about you want a white man most of the time, that's what you gonna get. You gonna get some I want to be black type white man with the damn earring stud trying to dress urban, and he gonna be couch surfing. Meanwhile, you gonna be on social media talking shit about your own men while you got a damn white bum on your couch. But keep going, brother, because we gonna get right to the meat of it in the next verse.
Verse 24. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own heart, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who was blessed forever. Amen.
Going back to my original point. See, you sisters don't understand. The closest you get to God is going to be through your man. That's why he gave you men of your own nation. That's why we are directed to marry our women of our own nation. Because we are supposed to maintain that pecking order. How is my sister supposed to have a life of any sort of happiness when she's the only Israelite in that entire family? The husband is a heathen. Any children that they have are going to be heathens. And then in order to be with him, you basically have to divorce your own family. Because he ain't trying to be around you niggas. Let's be real about it. He want to be around his people. See, again, man, you cannot make this shit up, bro. You really can't. You really can't. Give me Tobit real quick. I believe Tobit 13. It's like, man, you cannot make this shit up, man. The white man cannot kill enough, rape enough, steal enough land for our women to leave him alone. You black, Hispanic, and Native American women are out of y'all minds getting with the white man like this. Y'all are absolutely crazy. See, as soon as it go wrong, they run their ass back to their community talking about, oh, how come my man don't want to help me? Yeah, give me Tobit 13, and as a matter of, I think it's like Tobit 4, Salakia. Yeah, Tobit 4 and 12. Always get them mixed up.
It's Tobit chapter 4, verse 12. Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers, and take not a strange woman to wife.
Hold on 1 second.
So my Hispanic sisters, y'all are princesses on earth. Y'all part of the real Israelites, all right? Keep God's commandments. And the white man's going into slavery for what he's doing to y'all people. Always remember that. The Bible says, Revelations 13:9, he who hath an ear, let him hear. He who leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He who killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. See, we should be letting our sisters know this all the time. You don't have to give with no damn white man to get a bag. Our people are rich, even if they ain't got a pot to piss in, because we the ones with the culture. We the ones who could dance, cook, sing. We the ones setting the trends all over the earth. See, you might have some numbers in your bank account, but you ain't got no numbers in your culture account if you start getting with these white men. You're going to be in a cultureless home, having to scrub yourself of everything that makes you different and unique to appease a damn oppressor who you shouldn't even be within arm's reach of. See, you black and Hispanic and Native Indian men need to come back to the commandments of the Bible so you could be the heroes that your women need. How did Batman say it? He was basically the hero that Gotham needed. Yeah, it might not be what you want, ladies, but we are the heroes that you need. We're the ones who understand what you had to go through on those plantations as the white man and woman raped you without end. We're the ones who understand you when the white woman hates on you on the job day in and day out, running to HR trying to get you fired and smiling in your face. We understand because the white man do it too. See, when you try to get with your enemy, you have to put yourself in a box. You have to pretend like the suffering of your people ain't happening. And see, that's exactly why you pay the ultimate price. You dead before you ever get buried. Because if you got to live according to the whims of another man, I would say you already dead. See, that's why when our women keep talking about, man, all y'all want to do is control us. Well, ain't that what the white man want to do? See, again, man, we have to keep reminding our people, man, over and over and over again. You have to curtail yourself a great deal to be around people who only hate you and occupy your land through rape, robbery, and murder. As a matter of fact, get that in Isaiah 14:21, real quick. Because see, it's very important that we come to the understanding that all these things in the Bible apply to the modern day.
It's Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
So according to the Bible, it says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. See, that's why when the white man says, it wasn't me, no, it was you. You are your ancestors. You're going into slavery. And it's long awaited and long overdue. And see, the white man still thinks it's a joke. They think the judgment of God is a joke. But how about them people in Kerrville? Sitting in the ruins of their houses, thinking that I would never be moved, but the Most High God, he uprooted the whole damn structure and took it down a river. How about New York right now that's flooding? How about Iowa right now that's flooding? How about New Mexico? You got France, Italy, everywhere the white man has set his foot, the Most High God got judgment all over their back. How about that? See, I'm not fooled by the white man smiling, trying to make light of it. Because last time I checked, y'all got the least amount of sperm out of every man on the planet. So in a certain way, I can say you're the least man on the planet. You can't even have kids. That's your judgment. See, the Most High God has made you small among the heathen. You are greatly despised, as it says in the book of Obadiah. As a matter of fact, get that for me real quick. We about to get up out of here, but we got to drive this message home. While we got heathen in the area, let's go ahead and remind them that the Most High God talked to them too. And it wasn't pleasant. Start at 1.
So Obadiah chapter 1, verse 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise, ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and know thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
And that's what you're seeing right now. You're seeing the hammer of the earth be broken asunder and be brought down before the eyes of all men on the planet. See, that's why here in America now it's a we issue. Now we have to save America. Where was that type of spirit back during slavery? Hell, where's that spirit now as you deport our Hispanic brothers? See, again, that's why I take great delight in telling the white man that all these curses and afflictions are going to stop until you're in a cotton field, picking cotton like your life depends on it. And I'm going to tell you in the kingdom, don't you die on my cotton field, so I'm going to make your son go get you. Get your dead daddy out of my field and don't get blood on my cotton. See, again, that's the shit y'all used to do to us. And that's if we even got to see our fathers. Because most of the time we were sold off to the highest bidder. Hell, I might just be extra petty. You can only see your family members after they die. See, I'm going to tell you, you would rather just never see them again, period. Because you can at least hold out a fantasy that they off happy somewhere. Oh, I'm talking about your people. You going into slavery, Mr. White Man who's so curious. See, again, man, they don't understand the hatred they have for us, it's mutual. See, why is it a surprise? After hating us for 500 years, it's mutual. All of a sudden, I can't believe it. Well, you better learn how to get used to it. Because it ain't going nowhere. It's only going to increase. See, that's why we telling you blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you need to return to your heritage as Israelites. And drop these damn titles that your slave master put on you. Because last time I checked, Hispanic means property of Spain. And if you look at the dictionary, black means evil, ignorance, or maliciousness. And white means wisdom, purity, knowledge. When you look at the so-called white man, do you think of purity? The people who rape and traffic kids, who molest dogs, do you think of knowledge and purity? See, again, that's why y'all need to be reading and seeking out the ways of your forefathers. So you can come out of the ways of America and return unto your God. And with that, y'all, I want to say, call halal, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. This is San Antonio Masada, right? Kwam Yasharala and Abba Babal. Death to America. Yeah, but. All right, let me turn this shit off. Oh shit, it turned off on its own. All praises. Let me make sure. Man, like that last bit, it's just like, damn, man. Like, you cannot make this shit up. Example after example after example. It's like,